30 minutes of football. 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 30 minutes of football.
Welcome, everyone, to 30 minutes of pure football talk. Before we begin, bare their souls with the rest of the gang. With me to your screen right, my left, is my man Daniken. And if you're wondering why Daniken isn't moving, it's because I got a picture of him up. His camera from his computer is not working properly. He's just been in a move. And so we're going to handle the first 30 minutes this way. Daniken, how are you, brother?
I'm doing well. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Before we get to your 5 points, which I'm really anxious to talk to you about, I got to ask you about your emotional reaction to the Bears win against the Green Bay Packers. Take me back to Saturday night at any point in the game and tell me what you went through.
Man, I mean, the range of emotion was crazy on Saturday night. Just going through the motions of the game and seeing how they were just lackluster pretty much the entire game, trailing behind. They had opportunities. They had so many opportunities that were squandered, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Um, and then all of a sudden, down 21-3 or whatever it was, and then all of a sudden they, 18 points down and they storm back and take the lead, win the game. I mean, it was crazy. The things that were happening, it got more and more absurd, you might say almost. You know what I mean?
Yep,
So it was
sure.
crazy. It was definitely crazy.
It was, man. I got to tell you. Was there a point in the game where you lost faith and said, this is fucking over?
No, I don't think the Bears were out of it, right? I think they were in it the whole time. Now when they went down, when they were down 18, I was like, man, this is it's so. But okay, just one touchdown, and you know what I mean? It's a two possession
Yeah.
game. We're still in it, and you still had enough time, right? That's the way
Mhm.
I was looking at it. Possessions, time, you know. So I didn't think they were out of the game because I thought they were there and they
Mhm.
had opportunities that they lost. But
Mhm.
it was just crazy. It was crazy to see it to work out the way that it did. It was
Yeah.
wild.
The thought would come into my mind, and I quickly like pushed it out. No, I'm not giving up on this team. I know, what they're capable of. And I'm watching it with my wife and my stepdaughter, and they're negative. It's like, this is over. And I'm like, no, don't say that.
Don't say
So
that.
it was a good time. Robin says, I got my FGB hat. I noticed that Tally Sports was in the chat room. They sell these really cool FGB hats. Very, very cool. We'll have to talk
That's it.
offline. All right, so let's get to your 5 points. You sent me 5 of them. I didn't get a chance to put the full screen visuals, but I got them on banners. Your first one is quarterback matchup and big play potential. Tell me more.
Yeah, man. And this is a point that's we can kind of tie it to both quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
On the Chicago Bears side, of course, and then of course the Los Angeles Rams. You got Caleb Williams on one hand, led a dramatic come from behind victory in the wild card win, and we all just talked about that. He has the ability to make big plays. I mean, that throw that he made where he rolled out to the left and jumped and threw the ball and Rome caught it on the sideline down there. I mean, it was that you throw that play, in my opinion, 100 times and 99 times it's incomplete. You know what I mean? That's
Yep.
how crazy that play was. So, they have the ability to do this. The Bears have this, they've had big play ability all year. Um, and then on the other side of the ball, you got Matthew Stafford. He's expected to play despite his finger injury. He's got a little sprained finger or whatever the case may be.
Right.
And he's been the most productive. He's probably MVP of the league in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
47 touchdowns or so, or 4,800 yards or whatever it was. I
Yep.
mean, just the all pro, big passing numbers. The prolific offense, puts up numbers against pretty much anybody and has been doing it year in and year out. You know what I mean? Um, how are these quarterbacks going to handle the pressure and the situation that they're thrust into? Does Caleb get going early? Does he get going later? Are the big plays too much? Because we have these come from behind victories, right? And this is why this matchup is so important because we have come from behind victories, but it's against guys that are not making big plays. The Rams
Right.
have the ability with Devontae Adams, and they have the ability with Puka Nakua and these guys to make big time plays down the field
Mhm.
and put up points. Do we get too far behind? You know what I mean? Because we're not playing a team that is not putting up those types of numbers. So that's why this quarterback matchup, in my opinion, and big play potential is very, very important in this game. How are these quarterbacks going to adjust to the situation? And we'll probably get into some more points when it comes to that as well later on in this 30
Yeah.
minutes of football.
Well, and Ben Johnson said that against this Rams offense, we can't get away with slow starts. We have to start putting points on the board in the first quarter and throughout the entire game. Come from
Hmm.
behind victories against that Rams powerhouse offense are going to be very, very tough, and they got a pretty damn good defense too. So,
Exactly.
um, so we definitely have to play a full 60-minute game. All right, everybody's talking about this next point that you got here, which is the weather and how it will affect the game. So tell me
Yeah.
what's on your mind here.
I mean, it's supposed to be very cold, wind chill, in the negatives sometimes and things like that.
Yep.
And it's going to be
Hmm.
getting colder as the day progresses because the game starts at what, 5 o'clock Central Time? So six
Hmm.
o'clock Eastern, I think it is. So, you know what I mean? It's a late kickoff and sun's going down and the temperature will probably drop a little bit even as the game wears on. So, it's Soldier Field, it's windy probably. It's going to be brutally cold, possibly some snow there. Um, and it's potentially like the coldest environment that any of the Rams players have played in, and
Right.
that's bodes well in my opinion for Chicago, right? Not saying that it's easy to play in the cold weather, but guys get a little bit slower. They don't want to get hit.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Especially if you're used to that weather on the West Coast. I mean, it's 75 degrees out there every single day, no rain. You know what
It,
I mean?
it was 80
Um,
today, and they're saying
it
it's
was
going to be 80 the rest of the week in LA.
You see what I'm saying? So,
Yep. Yep.
when you go from that to, negative wind chill or 10 degrees, 15 degrees, and you're standing outside for 3 hours, when
Hmm.
you're not moving, your bones get a little bit stiffer and everything moves a little bit slower. So that bodes well, for the Bears. You know what I mean? That works out in their favor. But how are these teams gonna adjust to it? How are they gonna adjust to it? Matt Stafford, he's got an injured finger, sprained finger. That finger's probably going to give him a little bit of pain during that cold weather. You know what I mean? If it
Hmm.
gets hit the wrong way, touched, you know what I mean? The ball snap the ball into shotgun and it hits it the wrong way. Those are all factors that play a factor into this game. So that's why I love the elements being
Hmm.
involved in football games so much. I played football and I've loved being outside in the wind, in the cold, in the snow, in the rain, whatever it may be, because especially as a defender, it always works to your favor. Offensive guys don't like getting hit in that cold weather. I promise you they don't.
They don't. That is for sure. Um, Besides it being 80 degrees yesterday, the other point I want to make about weather is that at today's Bears practice, Ben Johnson did not bring the heaters out for the players. And the word that I'm
Good.
hearing is that some of the players were not too happy about it, but by the middle of the practice, they were going, this was a great idea because it's really going to toughen us up and make us ready for this weather and give us an even better advantage against the Rams because we will have practiced in it without heaters, and those guys are going to come and show up and be exposed to it after being in 80-degree weather all week. So
You
the
you know
weather could
the
play a mighty factor. Yes.
the big thing about it is not just the ability to be physical or speed on the football field, but weather plays a factor into every aspect of the game. You think about the passing game, the ball hitting your hands, it's hard to catch a rock, you know what I mean? Solid
Hmm.
frozen football. Kicking the football, that's going to be difficult in the wind, in the
Yep,
cold. Your foot's not going to feel good kicking that ball. You know what I mean? Things like that. Ball security. How does that factor in? It's everything that goes into it, not just the physicality part of the game, though.
that's a great point. Great point. All right, let's get on to point number 3, which is Chicago's defense versus LA's offense. Everybody is worried about that. Hopefully, you got some words of comfort for us worried Bears fans.
Well, I mean, it's hard. I was searching and looking for good points that I can bring out in this one. You think about
Mhm.
the Rams, they had one of the NFL's top scoring offenses this season, strong passing game and a running game. A lot of people forget about that. You think about Stafford, think about Nakua and Devontae Adams, but they got two legit nice running backs out there as well that are able
Yeah.
to put up yards in the running game, and they also catch the ball out of the backfield as well. So you got to account for those guys. They're a prolific offense, and they have weaponry around the football field, similar to the Bears. The Bears have weapons all over the place, right? And we talked about that
Mhm.
this season, but the Rams have a plethora of weapons as well. So you know what I mean. We the Bears have their hands full. So you think about that offense and the balance that they have going up against Chicago. It's hard when a team is balanced on offense because you
Right.
don't know what they're gonna do. They're unpredictable. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
If a team is lopsided or they have a very strong running game and weak passing, you can key on some things and make it uncomfortable for them. But this team, you're going up against a team that's going to be well prepared to do either or. And the
Yep.
Bears have to be kind of on their tiptoes and paying attention to gaps and assignments. If you get out of assignment, man, you're going to get burnt by this team, things like that. So they're going to be tested with Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, and the Rams run game, especially on short yardage. So you want to put them in situations where they have, third and long, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10. You know what I mean? Get them in a,
Mhm.
make them make a mistake, jump, flinch or whatever. Those are the things that the Bears are going to have work on their favor, because if you line up in third and short against this team, it opens the playbook for Sean McVay to do whatever he wants to do on the football field, and that's going
Yeah.
to be a problem because you can't stop everything on that team.
Let me ask you this: do you agree with me? And chat people, please respond to this question. Do you agree with me that the Bears defense, their second half performance against the Green Bay Packers, gave you hope, gave you confidence that this defense still has a lot of excellent play that has been untapped? If they play 4 quarters of defense like they did those last 2 against the Packers, we're going to Seattle or we're hosting the 49ers next week. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, I do agree with that. At the end of the day, the age-old saying is that all you can ask for is an opportunity. The Bears have another opportunity
Mhm.
to shine. They have another opportunity to put their best foot forward. And it's up to them to kind of do that, right? Or make progress. And a team can make exponential progress week to week in this league. Um, you can find something. Defensive coordinators are very smart. I say this all the time. Dennis Allen, I guarantee you, he's looked at all film and everything, tried to figure out, can they tip anything? Can we get the edge on them this way? All you need is a little something. You need a little bit of something, and it could throw off their game plan. And if you throw off their game plan, then you can work other things in your favor because they're not prepared to do something else. They got to pivot to go to plan B or plan C or whatever. So the Bears have the opportunity. That's all you can ask for in this game of football. It's a week to week football game or game, and you just have another opportunity right now, coming off of, a high of coming back on this Green Bay team, beating your arch rival, your nemesis, right?
Mhm.
Now we go against the Rams, and it's like, hey, we still at home. There's some things that are working in our favor. We not in a bad situation. You know what I mean? So
Right,
you look
right.
at it like that, and you look at it in a positive way, and hey, take advantage of an opportunity now.
Absolutely. I want to play a quick soundbite from Ben Johnson at the press conference that he had earlier today. This is him. It's 40 seconds long. Him talking
Mhm.
about Puka Nakua.
Well, I think you look at a guy like that, I think it starts with this guy is a football player. Take position out of it, and he clearly loves the game. He clearly is all about ball. He reminds me a lot of St. Brown, another guy that I felt very similar about, because he's not just excellent at catching the football and route running, but he does everything. He's willing to put his nose in there and get his hands dirty in the running game. The versatility with which he has. He's in the box, inserting through the B and C gaps, not only to block, but to run routes. Physical player, tough player, and you can tell a really dependable player as well.
Stafford's
Yeah, he's going to be a load. There's no doubt about it. But there are a couple of things that I think we can take advantage of. He gets very frustrated with the referees from time to time. So hopefully there'll be a situation there with some, a little bit of trash talking and so forth. If the Bears get a call in their favor, well, we can instigate him and get his mind off the game, because with the weather and with the way sometimes he reacts to the referees, if we can get him out of his mindset and stuff, that would be awesome. The other thing is he's a physical player, but we got physical defensive backs too. So let's pound that sucker, because I've seen a lot of Puka Nacua games where he gets dinged up, misses a few plays, he's out of the game and so forth. So he's not Superman, So
right.
Any thoughts on Puka before we move on?
No, that's an excellent point. And yeah, if you can try to get into his head a little bit, make him get him frustrated, then that would work well for the Bears. The Bears do have some physicality. What I'd like to see from Chicago, though, because I see it all the time, right? Like they were playing bump and run, it seemed like a couple times, right, during the course of the game. And when they do bump and run, they just come up to the line and then they just walk away from the line. I don't understand why you don't jam the guy. Like jam the guy at the line. If you're playing up on him, why would you not put your hands on him? Slow the route down, slow the timing down. And we know that this offense that we're going against, they are a timing offense, right? They're a timing offense. They like to get things done. Sean McVay does his things, and Matt Stafford, he's gonna look this way, he's gonna look that way, he's gonna go to his guys. But you got to throw them off of their route a little bit, just a couple of seconds, tie them up for a minute, make them fight you a little bit, get physical with them. You know what I mean? Those are things that we like to see. You think back to when the Bears had Charles Tillman and the battles that he went up against with Detroit. You know what I mean? With
Megatron.
Calvin Johnson, and that's when Stafford was in Detroit. Like you went to battle with these guys, but he was playing physical. He jammed him at the line. He tried to get, what I mean, all those things. He won some of the battles, he lost some. But
Yep.
you know what I mean? It's still, you still can kind of throw a little sledgehammer in there and mess them up a little bit. So that's what I would
Absolutely.
like to see the Bears do on defense, definitely.
What do you think about Jay Grizz's suggestion? Put Tyreek Stevenson on Puka and try to get him one-on-one throughout the game. Stevenson might be the most physical cornerback that we have. Jalen is not 100% yet, so maybe Stevenson is the guy. What do you think of that?
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it, because I think Stevenson is physical. You know what I mean? He does like to play physical, and he likes to get his nose in there, mix things up. He talks some trash. Those are things that you need to do, especially in playoff football, in my opinion. So yeah, it would be nice, but I don't know how much they're going to use Stevenson. To be honest with you, I still don't know quite what's going on with his lack of play, you might say.
Yeah, he played a lot in the second half. Hey, Brandon, thank you very much for the $5 donation. He says they were jamming them for a stretch, and it was beautiful. This is a must. I agree with you,
Agreed.
Brandon. That really is Dennis Allen's style of defense. And when it's not happening, it might be because he's seen something in practice where it wasn't working, or there has to be a reason, not that he's ignoring it, because that's basically been his school of thought with the defense. So
Right.
we'll definitely keep an eye on that. But let's be physical with Puka. And frankly, I'm not. Devontae Adams is still a great player, no doubt about it. But Puka is the main guy to be concerned with. There's no doubt in my
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
Gotta stop
Devontae
him.
don't scare us no more.
Yeah, exactly. Not like when he was playing with Rodgers. That's for sure. All right, we're getting to point number 4, and this is injuries and roster changes. Tell me about it.
Yeah. Chicago's defense, of course, number one, is dealing with notable absences, of course, right? The most notable, in my opinion, is probably linebacker TJ Edwards. He went down last week, had an injury. We won't have him for the rest of the year, of course, right? Um, and how are these replacements going to perform under playoff pressure, right? We've had guys like that have stepped up, like my man, what's his name? What's the man's name? He came in the game. I
Uh,
forgot his name. It'll come to me in a minute. But he came in and he played well.
DeMarco Jackson.
Yeah, DeMarco Jackson. He's played well throughout the year, but how is he going to play in this playoff pressure? You know what I mean? How is he going to
Right.
play under the pressure of and the lights of Sunday Night Football, where the only guys playing? You know what I mean? Those are things that are going to be factors. They factor into the mind frame,
Mhm.
to your preparation, to everything. So how is he going to prepare for that? You also have added veterans like Jalen Reeves-Maybin, who came over, right? He was with Detroit before he played with Detroit. He played with a couple other teams, but he's active on the active roster now, and he'll play a contributing part in there. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna be special teams? Is he gonna be something else? Is he gonna step in and maybe put in some major work on or plays at least on the defensive side of the ball? Those are things that we have to worry about and we have to think about, and hopefully this team can adjust on the fly, you might say, because this is, yeah, I mean, this is brand new territory, right? So playoff, young team, injury riddled, and now you have changes to the roster that could be impactful play, you know what I mean, things to the roster. So it'll be interesting to see that. I like the addition though of Jalen Reeves, maybe because he's a veteran. He's also been a guy who's a leader on the team. He was a captain for Detroit in 2024. So those
Mhm.
are all things that bode well, because at least you're bringing a guy in that knows something about the game. He's been around the block, a guy that probably is well respected because he did have captainship, and
Mhm.
it's somebody that Ben Johnson is familiar with as well. So those are all things that worked out well for the Bears. Hopefully, these things, they'll make the proper adjustments for the defensive dynamics of the game.
Yeah. I'm with you that you always have to be concerned when you're losing players like TJ Edwards and Ozzie Trapillo, who's played so well at left tackle,
Hmm.
especially over the last few weeks. But the one thing about this team that makes me less worried about it than I would in years past is that this Ben Johnson coaching staff, his coaches have players, backup players prepared, and they've been preaching to the backups, your turn could come, and so forth. And so we've seen throughout the season when starters have gone down, backups have come in, like DeMarco, you mentioned earlier, he played well during the regular season. And he also did pretty good after TJ Edwards left. He looked really good against the Packers. These
Right.
backups, I bet Theo's going to come in there because I'm pretty sure it's going to be Theo over Braxton, and everybody in the chat agrees. Theo's going
Hmm.
to come in there, and he's a run game specialist. So watch DeAndre and Kyle run to the left often and pick up some nice yardage. But if he can contain whoever is the pass rusher is against him, at least get a little help, get a chip, get whatever is necessary. If he can play a solid game, then that pass rush will be nullified, because I really do believe this Bears team right now wants it more than the Rams. They are on a magical roll that I frankly have not seen from any NFL team. The impossible is definitely possible with this team. I'm really psyched about
Yeah,
this.
absolutely, absolutely.
All right,
You're right about that.
your last point is turnovers and playoff experience. I love this topic. Go for it.
Yeah, this is a major thing for me, right? Turnover margin is often decisive, and especially in playoff games. Whatever team wins that battle has a strong chance to pull ahead. They got a strong chance to go ahead and take the lead and get the victory. Um, the Rams' overall playoff experience, especially with Stafford and McVay, guys who have won the Super Bowl, guys that have been in deep runs in the playoff year after year after year, usually. Um, that's different from what the Bears have. The Bears have a young core, rising in confidence, And that's a storyline that you might be able to track this entire game, because how does this young team combat this veteran team that knows what they're doing out there in playoff football? Of course, there are so many other things that we talked about, like the weather and injuries and so on and so forth. But at the end of it, the crux of it, you got a young team that's up and coming, that's confident, that doesn't know, the Bears don't know that they should not be winning yet right now. Let's just be real about it, right?
Right.
I believe that the Bears are in a situation where they're playing above and beyond. They're a year ahead of schedule, 2 years ahead of schedule, some might say, and they don't know it because they're young and they're dumb, right? So they don't even know that they're playing above what they should be playing. But at the end of the day, they are, and their confidence is showing, and you see that confidence coming through. So how is that team going to combat this veteran team? It's going to be interesting to see how that happens. And turnovers are going to play a major factor. The Bears have won the turnover battle pretty much all year long. And if that trend continues, they put themselves in a good position at home, being able to win this football game.
Making some great there. Does have the experience, and we can't overlook that. I just feel like Ben and his coaching staff, they are the surprise, the X factor. That's what I want to put it, because we have been able to with this team. I believe that of the 31 other coaches, there isn't another 3 coaches that could have done what Ben Gunn did with the team. I'm always to turn this thing around. I'm nagging somebody on me. I see another computer. I'll fix that here during.
Okay.
So Johnny said, "Is Johnny back there?" I'm lagging, so he can't. Here comes. They are open. We will be back in 5 minutes. Extraordinary open that I put together. All I got to do is find this. What's going on here?
We are the bearer of Bears News, the Ballroom Network.
Beyond, getting this important playoff win, why is this important to you, or is there something personal beyond that?
This is a rivalry, and city of Chicago, Green Bay, it needs to be a rivalry. Yeah, I mean, there's some, I don't like that team. So George and I have talked, and we're on the same page.
The following is rated TV MALSV. It contains strong language, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Timmy, your mother said to go to bed.
Let me hear you guys.
Excuse me, coming through.
There's a Chicago Bears podcast.
Follow me for a good time.
Unlike most others, a bunch of guys on the broadcast acting much like brothers. This is bare their souls, uncensored with no control. This is their souls. They're their souls.
Fourth down and 8. Have to get to the Green Bay 49. Williams chase, throws, and it's caught.
Let me hear you
at the 30-yard line. Roland Dunze on a 4th and 8. Keeps it going. In the pocket, fires close, touchdown. Olamide Zaccheaus into the end zone. 1-7.
They wanted us. That's what I heard. They wanted it, and they got it.
This is their souls. With some likable a-holes.
Welcome, everyone, to Bear Their Souls. My name is Aldo Gandia. Let me move my man Daniken out of the way here, and we'll get this baby started. Where are you, Daniken? This is that picture of
There goes Tooch. My man Tooch.
Hey, everybody.
What's going on?
Man, what a game.
Sorry,
Yes, sir.
my computer conked out on me. So, like I was saying, welcome to Bear Their Souls. My name is Aldo Gandia, Johnny Santucci, screen right, and Daniken is screen left. Zimmerman should be joining us in a few minutes, and my man Fitz should be joining us at the top of the hour. What a fantastic game, huh, Tooch?
Bears. Yeah.
There you go.
Beautiful.
That about sums it up. We're back, Goldo.
Yes, it does seem like this team is back where they belong, which is a contender, because that is what they legitimately are. They are a contender for the Super Bowl game and a Super Bowl championship. I mean, do any of you guys disagree with that?
Nope.
I hope not.
No, I don't disagree at all. I think yeah, this is the time to go for it. To go for it right now. I gotta say before we get started, man, if you don't mind, the Bears have to win. They have to continue winning because every week the AI women get crazier and crazier and crazier. So I want to see what Aldo's going to put together by the Super Bowl. You know what I
mean? Yeah, I'm bordering, full nudity. You know what I'm saying? I got to show you some stuff that AI, I just described some stuff. I didn't say anything about nudity, and all of a sudden I'm seeing nipples and stuff. I go, whoa, I can't do that. J2 says that my hard drive is filling up. Yeah, well, trust me, even in the off season, it's going to get more and more sexier. Let's put it that way. As I'm having some fun with it, creating my own dream girls. All right, so. I just want to make sure that if you have joined us, you folks watching us live now, if you have just joined us in the last few minutes and so forth, please, if you get a chance to go back at your free time and watch the first 30 minutes, Danigan had 5 fantastic points about the Bears and Rams. And so don't want you to miss out on that great information. Yeah, Cliff, the porn stars are worried their careers may be gone soon. And Daniel says sex sells and business is good. Such, how easy was it for you to do a Bear State of Affairs?
I was, it was tough. I mean, how do you do justice to such a monumental win? I did my best, hopefully you all like it. Yeah.
You always do, man. You want to get right into it? Or should we wait for Zim? Let's get into it. Fuck Zim.
Let's do it.
And his fucking studies and stuff. What the hell is that all about? All right, we always start Bear State of Affairs with this little ditty.
Gianni Santucci. Gianni Santucci. It's time to hear from
Gianni Santucci. Gianni Santucci. Gianni Santucci.
the douche. The douche.
Okay, Touche. Time for Bear State of Affairs.
All right, time to get one.
Victory. Caleb enjoying the victory. As he should. We'll be right back.
Woo! Time to get wild, fellas.
That was a moment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I love that video.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, Bears State of Affairs 2025 NFL postseason. What's happening, Barflies? Woo-hoo! Yeah. Oh, man, it is time to check in with the Bears after last weekend's playoff game. Yeah, a rubber game rematch with the Green Bay Packers. And 2 Bears Hall of Famers were in attendance to watch this epic rematch. Yeah, along with Devin Hester and Brian Urlacher. 31.6 million viewers would tune into Amazon Prime for this Bears-Packers game, making it the most streamed game in NFL history, Aldo.
I'm so happy my screen wasn't fucked up.
Yeah, man, was this game ever epic. But first, let me set the stage, Daniken. Yeah, Bears and Packers are the most frequent matchup in NFL regular season history. It's arguably one of the best rivalries in sports. Yeah, but strangely enough, before last Saturday's wild card playoff game, the 2 rivals had only met twice in the postseason. The first time was in 1941, a 33-14 Bears win, and 70 years later in 2011, the Bears and Packers meet in the NFC Championship game, a 21-14 Packers win that would knock the Bears out of the playoffs. But that was 15 years ago. And Saturday night at Soldier Field, the Bears would have a chance at revenge. And guess what, Aldo? The Bears won a playoff game. Sound the alarm!
Let's go.
15 years. Let's go. Where's my alarm? It's somewhere around here. I'm sorry.
Woohoo! Yeah. So to mark the Bears' first playoff win in 15 years, I asked Grok for a special AI summary of the game.
Oh, I love it. I fucking love it.
That's nice. I like that.
That's great. Woohoo! Yeah, Bears hadn't won a playoff game since January 16th, 2011, when they beat the Seattle Seahawks 35-24. Bears fans remember Jay Cutler throwing a couple touchdown passes, one to Greg Olsen and the other to Kellen Davis, and he also ran for 2 touchdowns.
That's a W.
Last Saturday, it was the Bears' first playoff appearance since January 10th, 2021. It was exactly 5 years ago that the Bears lost a wild card playoff game to Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints, 21-9. And is Joe Mandel here? That's playoff win against the Packers. That was extra sweet. Yeah, not only was it a 31-27 win for the Bears at home against their arch rivals, the Packers, but it was the largest comeback in Bears postseason history.
I love it.
Woo, that's right. Yeah, the Cardiac Bears, they scored 25 points in the fourth quarter. They're the third highest scoring total for any team in playoff history and the most since 1991.
Wow.
The Bears outscored the Packers 28-6 in the second half. Yeah, it was another crazy scoreboard, Daniken. Look at that.
Damn.
Yeah, the Packers just kind of paused while the Bears score kept going up, man.
That'd be a nice poster.
Yeah, most importantly, with the Bears winning 2 games in a row versus the Packers and 2 of 3 this season, the Bears reignited their rivalry with the Packers, the oldest and perhaps best rivalry in sports. But the rivalry has, for the last decade, been dominated by the Packers. Before this historic Bears season, the Packers had won 16 of 18 against the Bears. Yeah, now the two hated rivals, they found themselves playing for a chance at a Super Bowl 60 berth. Yeah, in fact, things were chippy even before the game started, Daniken.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, man. About 20 minutes before kickoff, players from both teams got into some verbal altercations during warm-ups. Those quickly turned physical, leading to players from both teams converging at midfield in a chaotic scuffle with some shoving and an apparent punch thrown. Coaches and staff and referees, they rushed in to separate the players and restore order, with security also getting involved.
Fuck Green Bay. Fuck Green Bay.
As Ben Johnson on lead vocals. Yeah, but the fight heightened the historic rivalry and set a fiery tone for this high-stakes playoff game. The game started out well enough for the Bears with a 16-play, 59-yard drive and ended in a 27-yard Cairo Santos field goal and a 3-0 Bears lead. But it quickly went downhill for the Bears after that, with the Packers scoring on 3 straight drives, highlighted by 3 Jordan Love touchdown passes to 3 different Packers receivers and a 21-3 Packers lead. Desperation would fill the stadium at halftime, and Ben Johnson was certainly a little desperate after the Bears fell behind 14-3. Dennis Allen's defense unable to stop the Packers' offense in the first half, Johnson would go for it on 4th down from his own 32-yard line.
Oh, man.
That decision gave the Packers a short field and their 3rd touchdown of the game, and Johnson would go for it again on 4th down from the Packers' 37, and again turn the ball over on downs. In all, Ben Johnson would go for it on 4th down 6 times in the game. In fact, Bears punter Torrey Taylor said that Saturday was the first time in his football career, NFL or college, that he did not punt in a game. That's how desperate things were for the Bears in this game. Their 4th-ranked run game sputtered for most of the game. The offense was out of sync. And thankfully, Packers placed kicker Brandon McManus would miss a 55-yard field goal as time expired in the first half. McManus would also miss a 44-yard field goal and an extra point. He probably would have earned a game ball from Ben Johnson. He wasn't in the locker room to get that game. He probably earned a healthy amount of scoring for Packers fans, though. But with the Bears trailing 21-3 at halftime and unable to stop the Packers' offense, a lot of Bears fans were despondent. Yeah, many were lamenting a loss, saying it was still a good season. Yeah, some grizzled Bears fans knew where this game was headed, though. Yeah, the Bears will have to have the ball down with less than a touchdown with 2 minutes.
Never fucking give up. Never.
That's right. Yeah, Bears fans wonder what Ben Johnson could possibly say to his team in the locker room at halftime. So what did Ben Johnson say at halftime down 21-3? Yeah, said tight end Cole Kmet, quote, that we're going to have the greatest comeback in Bears history. And then we did. Yeah. In fact, in training camp, Johnson showed his team the Patriots' come from behind victory against the Falcons in Super Bowl 51. Ben Johnson has coached brilliantly this season, so it's possible he was preparing them for just this moment. Yeah, things get stranger when you realize that Matt LaFleur was on the sidelines coaching for the Falcons, and Bears players Joe Tooney and Grady Jarrett both played in that game.
How about that?
What? Yeah, but this season the Bears are 3-3 in games that they've trailed by 10 or more points in the last 5 minutes. By comparison, the rest of the league is a combined 3-151 in those situations. Yeah, the main reason is that Caleb Williams has been at his best when the game is on the line. Williams 184 yards in the fourth quarter against the Packers, were the most by an NFL quarterback in the final period of a postseason game since Tom Brady's 196 in Super Bowl 51.
Look at that.
Yeah, the very game that New England trailed 28-3 late in the third quarter, and Ben Johnson showed to the team during training camp.
Yeah!
That's right. Yeah, said Williams, quote, "I feel calm in those moments. I feel my conditioning is the best in those moments. I feel that I'm my best in those moments because of what I've prepared to be in those moments."
Yep.
For myself, it's just the next play, and then you have to go make a play. It's life or death in those moments. Yeah, the Iceman cometh. Williams has certainly earned his nickname during his brief career. He's authored enough come-from-behind victories that fans are starting to lose count, although
Yep.
Williams threw for 361 yards against the Packers. That's the most passing yards by an NFL quarterback in a playoff debut since Matt Stafford, Caleb's opponent next weekend.
Wow.
Check it out.
Who threw for 380 back in 2011.
Amazing.
And with the win, Williams also joined Hall of Famer Kurt Warner as the only two quarterbacks in NFL history to record at least 350 passing yards and earn a victory in their first postseason start.
That's why Warner's jealous.
Yeah.
Fucker.
Yeah, Caleb made play after play in the second half, including an insane 4th and 8 pass play that may have been the best pass of the 2025 season.
Have to get to the Green Bay 49. Williams chase, throws, and it's caught at the 30-yard line.
Amazing.
Let's go back to that.
Amazing.
Man, yeah. That come from behind win. It was so monumental. Soldier Field was literally shaking after the win. Said Al Michaels after the game, quote, "I've done 31 games in this stadium. It's the first time I've felt it shaking like this." Yeah. Well, I think now, although we can ask how it's going with the Bears.
Oh, I love it.
That's right. The Bears have come a long way in the past year. This time last year, the team was firing staff holdovers from the Matt Eberflus era. And players were booking their flights to vacation hotspots.
Yep.
Bears fans were doing mock drafts and praying for a coach who could develop a franchise quarterback.
I love it.
Yeah. Their prayers were apparently answered. Maybe it was a helping hand from the Bears' biggest fan, their recently deceased matriarch, Virginia McCaskey. Or maybe an extra prayer for their second biggest fan, Pope Leo.
Look at him with the grater.
Yeah, throughout this season, Bears fans have needed to have a lot of faith in their team. They've had to sweat out so many close victories this season. But rest assured, oftentimes this season, that faith has been rewarded. The Bears have their coach. They have their quarterback. As the Bears prepare for the Rams this weekend, the goal isn't to be in a pickle like they were against Green Bay last weekend. And the Rams should know not to count out the Bears, given their propensity for second-half heroics.
For sure.
After Saturday's historic comeback win against the Packers in round 1 of the 2025 playoffs, and with Caleb Williams rallying the Bears to 7 wins this season after trailing in the final 2 minutes of regulation. If this Bears team didn't believe they could go all the way, they certainly do now. That's Bears state of affairs, Aldo!
Oh, John, you're too much. Oh, John, head!
Johnny Santucci, Bears state of affairs. Johnny Santucci, the talent's all upstairs. Johnny Santucci, you ain't no pussy. Johnny Santucci, in fact you like coochie coochie. Johnny Santucci, I like the way you talk fast. Johnny Santucci, and you got a really nice tushy. Johnny Santucci, thank you, Tooch.
Yeah, baby. Cliff is absolutely correct. Great job there, Johnny Santucci. You really touched on all the major points and went the extra mile. Really good work.
There was
Nailed it.
a lot of what is it, like monumental milestone themes and images from the game that even if we had lost would have made the season a good season, but thank God we won, although we're playing again next week.
Can you fucking believe it? By the way, I've got a little video that I found online, and I apologize to whoever created this. I didn't get the name, but this is also a really good way to sum up this win over the Packers. Check this out. It's 30 seconds long.
Oh, my! Big right hand! Pat Barry looking to finish! It's over! Wow! Can Congo really survive?
It looked like he was out.
He is now.
He's out.
Nope, still up.
Man, Mergliata's letting this go. That's incredible.
Great job done by Chet Congo. He's in big trouble, though. Barry looking to finish the fight. He's taking a run. Pat Barry's down.
I wish I could pound the Packer fans' face like that. Maybe one day I'll find one, drunk on the street and I'll just go fuck them up. Because the way the Packer fans have acted, and anyone disagree with me, but the way they've acted since that loss has been reprehensible. Oh, Ben Johnson saying fuck the Packers, that's ridiculous. Oh, the Bears, they just are such an entitled group. It's really annoying, and listening to them on social media and stuff, it's the worst fucking thing. Anybody disagree with me on that? I hope not.
No,
Yeah, there you go.
they're completely they're entitled. They don't you know what I mean? They have a sense of we're better than you as a fan base type of attitude. Yeah, I mean they're stupid, man. And for people to be sitting there talking about he should apologize for saying, dropping the F-bomb or whatever. I'm so glad that he didn't, man. That made me more of a Ben Johnson fan. Because at the end of the day, who cares, man? It's a rivalry. It's supposed to be a rivalry. The fans embrace it. Ingratiate yourself to this fan base. I don't care nothing about nobody else.
Yep. I'll tell you one thing. There you go. The wheel of excuses. Love it. That's a great graphic.
Oh, man, that's dope. NFL has rigged the refs. Yeah, come on. The refs? They're complaining about the refs of all people?
Yeah, the refs, I thought, called a really clean game there. There might have been the Bears defensive backs got rough in the second half, but the refs called it even. They, because it went both ways. They did not, make a call that was so obvious. You can't, as a Packer fan, saying they fucked us. No way. Just like the Bears fans wouldn't be able to say that if we came short of winning the game.
So if the Packers kicker did his job, but I mean they were
right.
They're up.
You're right.
They're up 3 at
Absolutely.
the end.
Absolutely. He blew that. You made a good point though, Aldo. That's a great point because, whenever I'm coaching basketball and I don't mean to get off the topic, but we had a game yesterday and my team we've been doing damage. We're 3-0. The kids are playing really good.
Nice.
But the ref is calling it one way on one end and a different way on the other end. All you want is for him to call it the same way across the board. That way you can adjust to however he's calling the game and then do it, right? And I think, like you said, the refs, the officiating for this game against the Packers, they called it even both ways. So nobody was really getting the upper hand. You know what I mean? And you just adjust your gameplay to however they're calling the game and move on.
Yeah,
both quarterbacks were called for intentional grounding.
Exactly.
It was like you could tell. It's like, okay, we did it. It kind of felt like we called it for them. We're calling it for this. The other.
Almost felt that way. Yep. Indeed. Hey guys, I wanted to get the media's reaction this week, and I also interspersed some of the Green Bay Packers fans' reactions. So it's I
couldn't get enough of the crash out.
There's some great stuff. There's some great stuff. I do want to apologize. It's a little longer than I usually make it. It's 8 minutes long, so if you got to take a shit, this is the perfect time. All right.
Perfect
I know
time. All right.
Take me about 8 minutes to take a shit nowadays. All right, here it comes.
Fuck the Packers. Fuck them.
That get back field, Packers. How'd that get back go for you? How'd come in here again go for you? How's all those fake play-by-play dudes who do that thing on the mic in Wisconsin? How are they today? I just want to know how everybody's feeling up there, that's all.
And the Packers lose. Oh God, that is heartbreaking.
Yeah, I tuned into Packers radio today, and you know what they were talking about today was? They were talking about firing their coach and whether the coach... Let's take another call.
Or should Matt LaFleur be fired?
Yeah, Josh said it best. Sometimes you just gotta let a good man go. It's run its course.
I don't know how somebody, as a Packer fan, could go into next season with a level of confidence that Matt LaFleur will lead them somewhere in the Jordan Love era that he's never been able to lead them to. That's what I keep coming back to.
Second half was crazy, man. The second half of that game is insane. I saw the stat the other day that it was like the Bears are 3-3 when they are trailing by 10 plus inside 5 minutes, and the rest of the NFL is like 3-167 in the same scenario. Like we've talked about it all season long, like the not the same old Bears moniker, and you're kind of waiting for the hat to drop, and it just never dropped. That throw was the most insane throw in the moment on fourth down.
And it was a 15-point deficit this time entering the fourth quarter as opposed to the 13-point deficit in week 16. And then it happened again. I don't know what's going on. Is it something in the Wiener Circle? Is it I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is.
Fell apart down the stretch. They had 2 missed field goals, a missed extra point. The Packers in the second half, punt, touchdown, missed field goal, end of game.
The cardiac Bears, whatever you want to call them, it is fantastic to watch. I'd love to watch Bears-Packers rivalry every week. This is cinema.
Danny, how did your Bears pull this off?
Magic. I told you. Bunch of haters that I got to deal with.
All of his dumb analysis came true. Every single piece of it.
I told you. Just believe.
Ben Johnson in the locker room going, the Packers.
Hate those guys, man.
Yeah, then him saying how bad he hates them, like continuing to follow up on it.
That's
and the
surprising.
Chicago Bears posting it. Okay, like the Chicago Bears posting it. I respect that. I love that. I love that for football. I love that an entire organization in the NFL, which I would say sometimes lacks the passion that college football has. I like that in the NFL, in a professional business, brand new head coach, a lot of new pieces in there. Obviously, ownership passed, got new ownership in there. I like that they're all bought in on keeping a rivalry of hatred. Like, I like that. I don't know if LaFleur is doing enough. I don't know if the Packers are hating the Bears enough.
Love what he did in the locker room. Can't stand people that are like, why is he saying that? That's classist. I'm like, dude, this is what we got to get back to. Like, we got to go back. Like, this whole jersey swap on the field, like, I got you on my fantasy team, you're on my fan. No. Yeah. Let's go back to being in the locker room saying how much you hate the other team. Like, this is good.
I can't freaking do it, man. I can't freaking do it. We lose every year because of kickers. We lose oh my God. We just lost to the Bears in the first round of the playoffs. How is it possible to lose worse than you lost the first time?
I also like Ben Johnson telegraphing his punch and landing. He said, hey, I can't wait to beat Matt LaFleur twice in a year. And he did it. Like, he did it. So I'm with Ben Johnson. Talk your cash, but make sure you back it up as well. And again, this is as bad as the Bears are going to be. This is as bad as Caleb's going to be. You feel me? Like, Manungai, this is as bad as he's going to be. Even if DeAndre Swift has to move on as money comes and goes and they get older, like Roma Dunze, this is as bad as he's going to be. Luther Burdens, this is as bad as he's going to be. Colston Loveland, this is as bad as he's going to be. Like, the Bears are an incredibly young team. Manungai's young, Loveland's young, Burden's young, Adunze young, nice. Caleb's young. So, to me, man, this future is bright for Chicago. I love it.
Okay, there we go. Their comeback averted. A golden ticket to the next round for this freaking Packers team, which stressing me out. I'm not gonna lie, because they tend to come back, but their luck has run out. I'm sorry. Somehow here already, I didn't even get my beer. Oh, come on! 3 plays, touchdown, Chicago! Oh no! I know where this is going right now, I do. Now Caleb Williams decides to heat up now. 2-point attempts. No! Oh my God! It's a 3-point game, kids! And there's an eternity left. Alright, we're here already because the Bears don't have a defense. And we committed an idiotic penalty! It better be the last idiotic penalty we commit in a timely spot here. Alright, McManus, redeem yourself. Now. Oh my God, we're gonna blow it! Not even close, identical! 44 yards too! We're sinking feeling like the icicles here in Green Bay, Wisconsin right now. Already stressed. Williams launching! Oh my God! Oh my God! What just happened? Chicago wins! A Swiss comeback from the Bears! Sick right now. Can we get a missed extra point or no? Double doink. No! Williams, ice water in his veins! Ice cold! Pack your bags to the off-season. 4th and 7 for my life. Caught! Oh my goodness! Couldn't place it in his hands better. Let's go. Caught! Oh my God, we're gonna win anyway. Oh, caught! Oh my goodness! Watson, another idiotic penalty right when we're here, when we can't. Coaching malpractice. Throw it. All right, folks. Last play of the absolute NFL season for the Bears. Hopefully. Oh my goodness. A vein! What was that? We blew it to Chicago Bears!
Man, Wisconsin Best Buy made some money over that weekend, man.
No shit.
A lot of people were
That was a
placing
good
their flat
matchup,
down.
though.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Thanks, man.
Fantastic.
I love that one.
Chooch, that last guy, he was so good that I just kept running it,
Yeah.
Doesn't he
hilarious.
remind you like that guy from the chair company? That what's his name? Robinson?
Tim Robertson.
Yeah,
Tim Robinson. Yeah.
It's almost like they're related or something like that.
Yeah,
Was cracking me up.
That mashup was fantastic. I mean, you go back and this might be one of the best games I've ever watched of the Bears. Like, now that we're like seeing these plays from the Packers' perspective, and they're having like a Bear. I'm in the upside down because they're having the Bears season that we've had for a while. They're talking about firing their coach. They're done. Their season's over. That's what we were doing for so long, man.
Yeah.
I
know we don't give a shit about the Packers, but what do you guys think about firing Matt LaFleur? Would that be good for the Bears or bad for the Bears? Like if they brought in John Harbaugh.
I'd rather play it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. Harbaugh's a good coach too.
But he's not an offensive genius, which is LaFleur has been referred to that.
Yeah.
He did a great job with Rodgers, and then
I think it's
going to Love.
It'll be more satisfying for the Bears to pound on Matt LaFleur for a little while longer.
Yeah.
But man, that handshake at the after the game at midfield is like. It's like LaFleur brought his like mom with him halfly, don't get into a fight. Like Ben Johnson was like, it might be something happening here to say I better get out of here quick, Anakin.
Yeah.
I'll tell you,
I like
J2K says LaFleur's getting an extension, but that's not a for sure thing. They may not agree. LaFleur wants a raise, and that's going to be a hard thing to convince the Packers that he should get $3-4 million more than he's already getting.
I wonder if they're trying to trade him, get something for him.
That's a possibility.
With 9 vacancies, there's got to be some team that might say, like
somebody
the
wants him.
Falcons. He used to coach on the Falcons. That'd be a perfect landing spot for him. Trade him, take a second round draft pick from the Falcons.
Or what about the Giants with Jackson Dart? He could turn Jackson Dart into a decent quarterback if that kid will listen to him.
I agree, but I think like that job's Harbaugh's to lose.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah, I think that he's like the shoe in almost there. I think LaFleur. What did the McVay, wasn't there talk of trading him for? I don't know what the compensation
years ago. Yeah,
it was.
And you had a
I
match.
know the compensation. What the compensation? If you look at it, and I don't know what it would be for LaFleur, but I know for Denver gave up a first and a second.
Yep.
For Sean Payton.
That's right.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
That's
you
heavy
have
price, man.
Sean McVay in your opening mashup, or
no? I did not, but I do have a clip of Sean McVay.
I was like, if you play it, I was like, I don't think I've ever heard him talk before.
Sean McVay?
He's always just like silent on the. He's just like silent. He's like Ben Johnson on the sideline, really. The same kind of like Tom Landry demeanor, But I heard him talk to him. I'm like, really? I did not expect his voice to sound like that.
Well, I'll play you a 5-second clip of Sean McVay. By the way, Lutzer Reporter, thank you for the $10 donation. He says, I used to publish political commentary, but social media exchanges went out of control. I switched to the Bears to chill. Sports social media exchange turned out to be worse. Yes, that's true. By the way, great show.
Thanks,
it's true,
Lutz.
man.
I love Lutz.
It is.
I sometimes, he's a great guy.
Yep.
I sometimes get sucked into, debating or talking to somebody. I try to be nice, but as soon as they call me a name, it's over with. I fucking turn up the anger. All right. So this is Sean McVay. He was asked because Matt LaFleur's brother is the offensive coordinator for the Rams. And so he was asked, hey, did Mike LaFleur get a call from Matt LaFleur about the Bears? Because Matt LaFleur played the Bears 3 times. And did he provide any tips? And this is what Sean McVay said.
We watch the tape, we do our work, and, Matt is a very close friend of mine.
So, in other words, Matt LaFleur's been talking directly to Sean.
That voice just does not go with him. It's like one of those
cartoon
kids,
character.
Yeah, one of the kids from Superbad. It's like Jonah Hill or Michael Cera or someone like that. Like, sounds
true.
like a kid too. I thought I don't remember ever hearing him speak.
Yeah, I'll tell
It's
you
like
what,
a little boy's voice. He's got a
guy
kid
is
voice.
fucking brilliant. I'll tell you that, man.
Great coach.
He really is.
Great coach.
Yeah, let's beat another LaFleur. Absolutely. Let's fucking pound these motherfuckers. Let's get off to a first quarter lead and hold
I got
it.
something for Sean McVay, Aldo. This is what you're going up against next weekend, man. Take that.
What is the nemesis for a ram? Coyotes or some shit? We got to come up with a bear, I guess.
Like a mountain lion or something.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, a mountain lion. Well, we don't want lions.
A bear will probably eat a ram.
I just got a message from Zim. He's having some technical issues, so I'd love to play his song. There he is.
He's here.
Zim.
He's frozen, Aldo.
Outstanding. So, Tooch, what part of the Rams play concerns you most? Is it their offense? Because their defense is also very fucking good.
Look, Matt Stafford, 65% completion percentage. He threw for 46 touchdowns, only 8 interceptions. Man, he's got some weapons. I mean, that really,
MVP.
4,707 yards, 46 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. However, he's played 2 games this season when he wasn't in a dome and where the temperature is below 50 degrees. He has only a 60% completion percentage, 512 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. I think the Rams' record in cold weather is 1-9. So
what?
Good.
I'll take our chances. Yeah.
I love it. Absolutely. This is Ben Johnson talking about the defensive side and that their front seven is pretty outstanding, the Rams.
Yeah, I think that's the other thing that jumps off the tape is being able to maintain the depth and the width of the pocket is going to be quite a challenge as well. Verse is one of the more violent edge players I've seen on tape so far this year. He does a great job turning speed into power. He'll take a tackle, go right down the middle of them, and take him right onto the lap of the quarterback. The interior, they are, like I said, relentless. I think that's almost not only talented, but just the fact that they do it play in and play out, and they don't take any plays off. That makes it very difficult because you got to bring it every single snap. Can't have any lapses up front, or else they'll make you pay. Whether it's Turner or Fisk at the 3 technique. Puna Ford's playing high-level football, a little bit more in the running game than the passing game, but yet he's a problem for you, And so, I can't say enough good things about the level with which they're playing up front right now.
A lot of people talk about that offense, but the fucking Rams defense is pretty strong. I know a lot of people who wanted Jared Verse to be drafted by the Bears. I forgot who they took that year. Doesn't matter.
The Bears?
But, yeah, the Bears bypassed Jared Verse. Was it Darnell Wright? Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was Darnell Wright. Yep.
Yeah. Man, it's
2024. He was the same year as Caleb Williams, though. So I think.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah,
we
took
So we got
Odunze. Yeah, we
Yeah,
took Odunze.
Odunze. That's right.
But man, Jared Verse, 7.5 sacks, which you think might not be, great, but he's had 44 pressures, quarterback pressures, like 14 tackles for loss. I mean,
He gets after it.
He's hard. He's a load, man. And Byron Young, the other linebacker on the other side, he's got 12 sacks. And then you have Braden Fisk, Jared Verse's running mate at Florida State. He's also has 6 sacks too, I think. But that defense is gonna be tough, man. It sucks that we lost Ozzie Trapillo for this game, but man, how about him running off the field on one leg, hopping off, so the Bears didn't expend the timeout? Man, look at this. He's a smart kid, man.
He's a smart kid.
In comparison, the Packers lineman, he just laid there like a lump.
We talk about situational football, and those are things that's being involved in the game. Not losing where you are, where the clock is, and all of that stuff. Understanding that, hey, we're limited on timeouts. Let me get off, hustle off the field. Man, that's what you want. You want guys that are using their head out there. You know what I'm saying? Using their mind, understanding the situation, and that's attention to detail, man. That's something that Ben Johnson was really pressing about, and man, that play is valuable, man. That just getting off the field is valuable because it saves you.
And that was and that injury, I was reading an article, patella tendon, and we were talking about this on GTF, Gabriel Talks Football. That could be 2 years before he can return to the type of level of play that he's shown the last few years. It can take a while.
Man, they might re-sign Braxton Jones, Aldo.
Yeah, you never know.
Man, how about a guy takes a year off and might return for another season with the Bears. Not even playing, and everyone wanted to get rid of him.
And I was like, oh man, look who's on the injury report.
Unless this fucking guy Amagaji, gets his uninjured, because he's injured every year.
It is such a good draft for left tackles though this season, man.
Is it this
good? It is a fantastic draft. So I mean, I could see the Bears taking another one. We got to get some edge rush help. But what if they sign an edge rusher? What if Dennis Allen brings back Hendrickson for like a 2-year deal? We get Trey Hendrickson in there, provide some pass rush pressure. He's not going to be as expensive, as Crosby probably. Crosby going to cost you a draft pick. Hendricks you can at least sign.
Yeah, the thing is they're going to have to do some serious moving money around to free up, money to get a high price free agent. Right now they don't have the cash. So I don't know how they're going to do that.
God, what is that guy's name on the Jonathan Franklin Myers on the Broncos would be a nice little pickup. He's a free agent after this season.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Broncos will be able to pay him as much as he's going to be demanding on the open market.
J2K that says that Josh Simmons, the left tackle for the Kansas City Chiefs, in his rookie year, he had a patellar tendon injury in college in Ohio State, and then he was drafted despite the fact that he didn't go to the combine or anything because he still wasn't ready. He did come back and he played again 10 months after the injury, but J2K, didn't the injury flare up again? Because he missed a bunch of games in the middle or later in the season. Let me know what you think of that. So, hey, by the way, I see a very handsome guy in the background. Let me bring him in here because he might have something interesting to say. Hey, Zim.
Jim, what's happening?
What's up, guys? Sorry for my delay. I had some technical difficulties, and I just got off a very heavy phone call. So I am here. I am ready to talk some Bears, and I'm lighting the mood a little bit in this house.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. Everything okay, I hope?
It will be.
Okay.
Nothing directly affecting me or my family, but affecting some loved ones very close to us.
I see.
Sorry to hear that.
Hope everything goes well, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, not exactly what I expected. I'm literally getting on the air to come on the show, and I see a text message. I'm like, I gotta go make a phone call before I do anything else. So
yeah. Well, I understand, man, and you know how that is. Take care of family and loved ones first.
Of course. So yeah, sorry to bring the show to a grinding halt as I come on the air here, but everybody look at me. It's my turn to take attention now.
Just the way you like it, brother.
Oh man, that is just not the way I wanted to start the show tonight. John, I had to step out halfway through the Bears state of affairs. What did I miss, man?
The Bears. That's basically it.
No, Tooch broke down the game like no one else did, man. It was a fantastic breakdown, and then we played the media highlights and put in
watch
a bunch
Packers
of
fans crash out.
Yeah. Oh, those were great. I saw a 10-minute compilation of that, and I kept showing it. I got one Bears fan at work. I think I've told you guys this before. And I mean, we were all doom and gloom on Saturday night with the game going on. Neither one of us in a good mood. He went and he changed all the TVs in his section because he's like, I keep looking at the score and I can tell I'm giving bad service because I'm like too focused on how bad they're doing right now. I'm like, hey man, good on you for like recognizing because I was not. So
that's wild.
I was texting John and Joe and Adam during the game, and I texted them about the beginning of the fourth quarter, and I said, guys, like, I'm finally done at work. Like, is it worth it to try and drive home, or like, should I just sit up at the bar and nurse a beer and like watch the end of the game? And fucking Joe, man, he's like, just go home, man. Just go home. Even if something interesting happens, you'll get home by the end of the game. You know, I text my wife with the same dilemma. I'm like, what do I do? She goes, the fuck do you mean? What are you going to do? What are you going to miss? Have you watched this game? Come home.
So what was your reaction when they staged the comeback, Zim? What was your reaction? How did that go?
So I want to preface this by saying this is the second time in my life I have left work after staying later than expected and missed most of or all of the end of a Chicago playoff team. The first time was Blackhawks Bruins 17 seconds.
Oh, man.
That one hurt. I was driving home. I got off the highway, so I'm only like 2 stoplights away from home. As I'm getting off the highway, they score the first goal. I'm like, fuck. All right, well, we got overtime at least. I can get home in time for overtime because they had just gone to overtime like the last game or the game before that or something. And they won. So I was like, cool. Well, all the faith in overtime. Like, I'm going to get home. I'm going to watch the overtime period. We're going to go. Literally, I get to the stoplight. Like, getting off the highway, I get to the stoplight. And as I'm getting to a stop, the second goal is scored. I'm just like, no way. I mean, this is ingrained in my mind. I remember exactly the turn I was taking. And anyway, so similar situation. I left work at 9:36. 13 minutes left. It was right after they kicked the field goal to go down 21-9. I leave work. I start heading home. I'm like, cool. I can make it home in time to watch the game. And I go, shit, I don't have any beer at home. I'm like, one way or another, I'm gonna want a beer after this game. So I gotta make a stop. So I live about 35 minutes away from where I work. And I get on the highway, I start driving home, and I'm screaming at the radio, man, like the whole way home. I've got this thing turned all the way up. I'm in the left lane, just flying by everybody. You know, Bears are about to score the first touchdown. I'm screaming. They score the touchdown. I'm just laying on my horn in the middle of Omaha, dude. Like, let's fucking go. So I finally, I cross into Iowa, continue my drive. Marcus Golden scores his touchdown. And I want to put my fist through my center console, man. I was so mad. And I immediately texted our group chat, and I was like, of course it's fucking Golden. This is Bears fans fucking karma for talking shit about this asshole all season long, wearing his touchdown total on his jersey, I mean, I'm like, that's our karmic retribution right there. Come on, guys. Like, I'm thinking that's it. That's the ball game. That's it. There's no way. And then I keep driving, and this is all happening in the span of my drive home. The Bears score the touchdown that puts him down. And I it's funny because I muted the radio so I could talk to text that little bit. And I missed that the Packers missed the field goal or the extra point rather. So I didn't hear that. Excuse me. So anyway, I continue driving. I get to my exit finally. And as I'm getting to my exit, the Bears score another touchdown. I'm like, holy shit, this could actually happen. So I turn, I turn into the gas station to pick up a 6-pack of beer. I get in, like literally as I get there, it goes to commercial break. I'm like, fuck yeah. I run in. I'm decked out head to toe in Bears gear too. There is no question why I'm there, who I'm rooting for, that I am in a fucking hurry. And stands the assignment, man. He looks at me. He's like, click, click. That's your total. Bye. Get out. Props to him. Like, so I get out, I get in the car, I get home as they're calling the timeout with 3:02 left to play. Bears ball. So I got to see the final drive, and I got for both teams. So it worked out. For reference, like I said, I left at about 9:36. It's a 35-minute drive. I got home about 10 o'clock, including the stop for beer. So I shaved about 10 minutes, brother. Shaved about 10 minutes off my drive. I really hope that Air Patrol wasn't out.
Air Patrol sends you a ticket electronically. Is that how that happens
usually they just signal the cop to come pull you over, but they can send you them electronically, but I mean they never really do. Not over here at least.
Pretty wild. So we've been talking about the Rams, and wait a minute, somebody's just popped in. Let's bring in. I always like to play his intro music first.
He's about to make me hungry. Gonna microwave popcorn, trust me. When he talks about food, my appetite is renewed. This is Fritz with his restaurant critique.
And he talks football too. How are you, Fitz?
Good. How's everybody doing?
Doing
great, not bad, man.
Epic, Fitz. Epic.
What's going on?
I put my night at about a 240 on the Fitz-o-meter so far, but
that game was 1,000 on the Fitz-o-meter.
I think so. That was it's hard to top that, although we did say that 2 weeks ago, when they beat them in the regular season, but just every week something keeps happening that we've never seen or experienced before.
Yeah.
And it's been amazing. While I'm talking about it here, a couple of weeks ago before the Lions game, I was on podcast, the Cheese Talk podcast with Brian Ragnar. Okay?
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's a really good guy, good Packer fan.
Yes, he is.
Great guy. And we're talking about how the rivalry is back and what that meant to a Bears fan and to a Packers fan. And like, because Bears fans, especially, this generation, they get it. Why? Because we've been on the losing end, and not just the losing end, just the humiliating end. I mean, it hasn't just been they've dominated. They've just dominated. They've embarrassed us. They've mocked us. I mean, it's like how often do you hear, oh, the Bears got their quarterback of the future for the next 2 years, and they'll just draft another one, or they got their coach now, and just while they have 3 quarterbacks over 30 years that have been playing at elite level, that they don't understand what we're feeling right now, because they can't. There's no way they can feel what we're
starting to.
What?
They're starting to. They're talking about fire.
Yeah, they really are.
So it's like at times I was like, I don't blame them for their arrogance, and just this assumption that they'll come through in the end and win, because they have. You've got like 2 generations that have never experienced the Packers losing to the Bears. So it's like, why they didn't even think of it as a rivalry. For years they thought, Minnesota was their rival,
That's
and
very true.
Players even said that. But like, although Tooch, we were there when the Bears were good. We actually saw it. It's like, a few years ago when people were talking about people who actually saw the Cubs win the World Series. It's like it's that far back. We saw the Bears dominate the Packers. We know what it feels like. And now to that, Saturday night was just the outpouring of emotion. Hearing Al Michaels say that Soldier Field was shaking. It's never been known to be this loud, stadium, not like Seattle or the domes or anything like that. But apparently it was that night. And it's just, we've been waiting for this to happen. And it happened, who was the boxing announcer when George Foreman knocked out Oliver McCall? He just goes, "It happened." That's all he said.
Was it Jim Lampley?
Jim Lampley, yeah. It's like that's all he said, and then it finally happened. So I mean, all the plays that were in there and everything. It's just that emotion and the way they won that game. Like we've seen it all year. Zim, you put in the chat at halftime. This is the most Bears game. This is
It is. It was the most Bears game I've ever seen.
Yeah, and then by the end, it really was, But it was a new definition of what a Bears game is, and I hope they're not all that exciting, but it is exciting to be on the winning end of that. I don't know what else to say.
Fitz, let me ask you, and I'd like everyone to chime in as well. Do you think that Ben Johnson was disrespectful when he said "fuck the Packers," "fuck that team" in his post-game locker room speech?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, he was, and he meant it.
Yeah,
yeah, he was. It's a rivalry.
You offended by it?
No. And I wasn't offended by that first Packers game in Green Bay when LaFleur's coming over, he's got that smirk. Like, you said you're going to beat me twice this year. Ha, ha, ha. And I wasn't offended by that. I love it. It's great. Olin Kreutz,
it's a rivalry, man. It works well for football.
Yeah, it's football. You're beating each other up. Olin Kreutz said it best. I think it's like, coaches have been saying stuff like this forever. It's just recorded.
Thank you. Exactly. Exactly. It's just been going on for a long time.
I saw an argument from Packers fans, or maybe it was even Lions fans, who were just salty. I mean, Lions fans are back to being their usual selves, where at the moment their team is eliminated from playoffs, they've got a whole lot to say. But
it was from the outside of the club.
Well, it's a lot easier to do when you don't have a dog in the fight, It's a lot easier to tell everybody else what their dog's doing wrong. Yeah. So, but
go ahead, Zip.
The point being that they're like, well, coaches have been saying this forever, but it's one thing to say it behind closed doors. It's another thing to say it on national media. And it's like, no, you should say it on national media. You know why? Because fuck the Packers. Fuck them. Like there are two requirements, literally two requirements to coaching the Chicago Bears, and win games isn't one of them. I want to be clear on that because we've seen it. All right, the two requirements are hate the Packers and coach the Bears. Those are the only two things you got to do. Matt Eberflus got fired mid-season because he didn't hate the Packers enough. No. That's literally it. I mean, he's the only coach in Bears history to ever be photographed being chummy with a Packers quarterback, with a Packers head coach. I mean, even Lambeau and Hallis, you know, they were never buddies. They were professional with one another. But I mean, come on, go look at those old photos. Just because they weren't,
Greg. Oh my gosh, those guys hated each other.
I'm just saying, go back. I mean, because Ditka would say "fuck you." There's a whole picture of him giving the finger, like
throwing a gum at a fan.
Yeah, I'm talking about Hallis and Lombardi. I mean, those guys. Excuse me. They might not have said "fuck you" in front of everybody, but I mean, they did about the most equivalent thing you could for the era if you go back and actually listen and pay attention to what they said about one another.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean,
at the end of the day, it doesn't matter to me. I think it's
right?
good for competition. It's good for football. It's good for the fan base to be enjoyed. I mean, the fan base goes out there and says it every single day.
Dude,
you know,
I was at Costco like 3 years ago at this point. Like this was when the Bears were still getting the shit kicked out of them by the Packers every year. Week 18, I'm at Costco in a Bears jersey and a Packers fan rolls up to me and says, "Go Pack, go." And I said, "Fuck the Packers," and walked away from him.
Walk fast, right?
Oh yeah, no, I'm small. I walk very quickly.
The Green Bay
Here's my theory. Real quick. Here's my theory. I think that this was a strategic move by Ben Johnson. He knows that the Green Bay Packers are going to be contending for the North year after year. They got Micah Parsons. They got a young quarterback in Jordan Love. You know, they just do a good job of reloading and bringing in players. They're not necessarily a well-coached team because they make these errors. Their special teams are terribly coached, and LaFleur has never really addressed that, et cetera. So they got problems, but Ben Johnson knows that the Packers are going to be the number one nemesis. And so therefore he is saying this for the benefit of his players so that they get that chip on the shoulder, just like Ditka did it with his Bears team. Made sure that everybody in those 1980s into the 90s team had a chip on their shoulder because the game of football is that way. You got to play with a chip on your shoulder to beat the other guy. And the Bears didn't have that. So,
and that's it all week long. You know, I saw fans chirping at Clinton Dix and Adrian Amos, guys who played for both teams who were rooting for the Packers in this particular game. And Bears fans chirping at him like, "You're a fucking traitor. You wore the navy and blue, or you wore the navy and orange, and you still have the audacity to be a cheesehead? What is wrong with you?" And I'm glad that Ben Johnson is starting to instill that idea in the players, that I don't think, excuse me, a guy like Jonathan Owens, really survives that locker room in the future. Where he's a Bear now, obviously, through and through. That dude is a Bear, and you can tell he hates the Packers as his former team. But I don't know that the Bears could go out and sign. Who is that center that they signed years ago? The guy from the Packers that was supposed to save their center woes, and he wound up being dog shit.
Yeah, I know who you're talking. Yeah, I'm forgetting his name, but I know who.
But I can't imagine that happening on Ben Johnson's team. I feel like if Ryan Poles signed a Packers player, Ben Johnson would be in his office 5 minutes later going, "What the fuck am I supposed to do with this asshole?"
That sounds like him.
They could go get Micah Parsons and he'd be like, "I don't want it. That's damaged goods."
There it is. Lucas Patrick. Yeah.
Lucas Patrick, thank
wow.
you.
Yeah,
Because he broke his hand and he couldn't snap and it wound up being a whole disaster. He snapped for Aaron Rodgers. He's going to be so good for Mitch Trubisky.
So what do you think?
They even complained about didn't they complain about his the handshake at the end of the game between
it's like a petition.
Yeah, it's like it was like 3,000 some people done signed it or whatever. But here's the thing that's crazy to me is like, didn't nobody say nothing when LaFleur did it?
No.
LaFleur did it first.
Yeah.
What?
LaFleur did the exact same thing first, but nobody said anything. This is
Watch it
just
from
this is
watch it
what
from the
they do,
second
man.
angle. LaFleur disengages first. He turns his head the second that Ben Johnson gets within 3 feet of him.
Yeah.
He's pissed. He's embarrassed. Like that's what I took away from this. Ben Johnson embarrassed him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
good.
he should be embarrassed. That second half was atrocious.
Oh,
That was horrible. From a Packers standpoint. I mean, they did. It's like, yeah, the Bears took that, and you don't take anything away from what the Bears did to win that game, but what Green Bay, from play calling to running the plays to you come out of a timeout in the fourth quarter and have a delay of game. That's what the Bears do. That's what the Bears would do.
Yeah.
Or running the ball only 25% of the time in the second half when you have a 21-3 lead. I mean,
It's crazy.
yeah, they should be embarrassed, and he should walk off with his head in the sand after that game.
Yeah, I saw the press conference after the game, and LaFleur was, at a loss for words. He said this one's really hurts and so forth, and they're asking him questions about what went wrong and so forth, and you could tell he wanted to blame it on players getting penalties, missed kicks, and so forth, but he kept kind of diverting. If he was a really good coach, he should have said this was on me. I made some mistakes. I didn't coach my team well enough to beat the Bears. I should have known better. I'm going to do better. He should have said something like that as opposed to just being vague. I could see why Packer fans are angry at the guy.
We talked about it on this show at the beginning of the season. A coach goes from taking accountability for himself to putting the accountability on the players at the end of his coaching tenure. Like when he feels the pressure that it's like, hey man, you better not screw up anymore. He suddenly, his press conferences stop going, I screwed up, and it starts going, they screwed up, because he's feeling that he's feeling like I'm giving them the tools. They're going to cost me my job, because I mean, let's be real. You got to be a little narcissistic to be a head coach. So like,
yes.
Of course, that's the way the mindset's going to turn after you're not getting the results that you expect. And so much so to the point where, like, even though he's still under contract, there's rumors that he might be getting shopped around at this point because they can't come to an agreement on a contract.
Yeah, they figured that would have been done yesterday, and it's still going on. So I don't know.
He wants a raise, because typically,
why wouldn't he?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you why. He'd been knocked out of playoffs in the first round the last 3 years. There were a 5-game losing streak to end the season. Yes, the guy knows offense, but I think he's one of those coaches that, is good at one particular area, but can't coach an entire team. And, I know Micah Parsons praised him in an interview after their season was over, but I just got the feeling that there's dissension going on there, and that some players maybe don't want to play for him because he just hasn't come through with some of the decision making. Kept Joe Barry, their defensive coordinator, for 3 seasons when that defense was putrid. The special teams have never been corrected. They keep getting it wrong. Those are things that head coaches fix, even if they are offensive geniuses. Ben Johnson, I bet you Ben Johnson sat down with Richard Hightower after that loss against Minnesota, the first game of the season, and said, that shit can't happen again. When I tell you, when I ask you if Cairo can make it from whatever yards, you better be accurate with that, because if you saw Hightower in the next few press conferences, he looked like he got his behind spanked a little bit. So there's differences in coaches, man. I think we should all get down on a knee every night, and when we say our prayers, say thank you, God, for bringing us Ben. Oh man, good stuff. All right, Fitz, let's talk a little food. Everybody's getting hungry because they're seeing all that food behind you. What do you got for us this week?
Huck Finn's, great, just a classic diner restaurant. They have 3 locations in Chicago: South Archer, South Pulaski, and then the one I was at was in Cicero, 105th and Cicero in Oak Lawn. It's 24-hour. The one in Oak Lawn is 24 hours, so you hear in the comments people, having late night dinners there, breakfasts and stuff after some crazy nights. Great place to make some memories. Got great food, great breakfast. I had the Monte Cristo, as you'll see, and their club sandwiches are great. It just, you get soup with it and the bread, and it just, you don't go home hungry, definitely, and you take some meals with you. And it's one of those places that you just love that they're still around, and Chicago has some great ones. So
any pizza puffs?
No pizza puffs. No pizza puffs, but it's still good nonetheless.
All right, well, let's take a look at it and see what the Fitzometer says. Here it comes.
Looking for that old-fashioned diner experience? Head on over to Huck Finn Restaurant on Chicago's South Side. Huck Finn's has been serving up family favorites for over 5 decades. Their Oak Lawn location at 10501 South Cicero has been around since 1998 and is open 24 hours a day. I tried their classic Monte Cristo. Sliced turkey, ham, and Swiss cheese between 2 pieces of powdered sugar French toast. The plate comes with a side of hot fries and a fresh bowl of soup. Or try one of their daily specials, like their homemade spanakopita. And you can't leave without getting one of their fresh donuts. Huck Finn's is a Chicagoland institution and gets a 329 on the Fitzometer. That's Huck Finn's at 10501 South Cicero in Oak Lawn, or try their Pulaski and South Archer locations in Chicago. Where should I eat next? Comment in the replies, #FitzMagicEats, and check out all of my reviews on my YouTube channel at FitzMagicShy.
Nice.
That looks
nice.
great.
Nice. That look real good.
It's like a Greek diner.
Yeah, it is owned by Greeks. They've got some that spanakopita there was that they described it as a pizza puff, but it's not quite a pizza puff. But I saw somebody in the comments mention that used to be a Wags, that location. That's another great classic restaurant, Wags. Yeah.
I've heard of it, but I've never eaten at a Wags.
Never had a Wags? No.
Never.
Oh, that was a classy place for me back in the day.
Yeah, McDonald's was a classy place for me when I was growing up. You go to McDonald's.
Yes. I love it. Yeah. You get a nice platter, you get a bowl of soup too, fries.
Yeah. And then you saw the on the spanakopita, the cottage cheese and the peach there, that's from a
classic diner.
Yeah, that is classic right there.
Yeah,
so
reminds me of
donuts are great.
Did you know the Omega chain or whatever? There's a bunch of like Greek diners, Omega.
I don't know that one.
No, we used to have one in Schaumburg.
The Dan's got, is that different than the donut chain? Huck? I think they're the same because they've got a location where you can just go in and it's like a takeout and you can get donuts and food from there. I think it's the same place. Sure.
So I want to ask you guys, start with Fitz. What are you guys going to do Sunday for food while you're watching the game? Because I imagine, Fitz, you're probably going to order something. Sunday night. You're going to order, DoorDash a great meal for you and your family watching the game?
I got a new deep fryer for Christmas, so I might pull that out and make some wings. Some fries and some wings with that.
I got an air fryer I'm trying to perfect my air fryer wing game.
Okay. I heard that tastes great out of it.
Oh, it's so crispy and on the outside and juicy on the inside. It's great.
Damn.
Yes, I have to figure out what's going on, where the fam's going to be, but I think I'm going to pull out the fryer this weekend.
Fitz, you got a deep freezer?
I do not have a deep freezer.
Oh, I was going to say, you got a deep freezer. It's time to go pick up a case of pizza puffs now that you got the deep fryer.
A case of pizza. Yeah. Well, on Wednesdays at Jeweler, buy one, get one free. So
there you go.
Pretty good. What about you, Danigan? What are you doing for Sunday dinner?
Man, I don't know yet, man. I got to figure that out. I haven't really put a whole lot of thought into it. I've been so preoccupied with attacking Packer fans and attacking other fan bases. I haven't really given thought to food yet, but we'll see.
But you will. I know you will.
Yeah.
Zim, what about you? You gonna get something for the restaurant where you work?
Dude, I have no idea. We're driving back from Denver on Sundays, so I'm hoping to get back in time for the game. But
oh shit!
How long of a drive is that? It's gonna be like 10 hours.
About 8 hours.
8 hours.
But we're renting a car to do it, so I got to get back to the car rental place, and then I got to get home, and then I don't know. It all depends on what time I leave, man. I might be just eating ramen noodles while I watch the game.
No later than 9.
What's in there.
What are you doing in Denver?
We're headed out to Denver for a funeral.
Oh, sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you've been a downer today, man.
Dude, I really need a win on Sunday, man.
Let's win one for Zim, everybody.
I gotta say, it's really interesting that they play the Rams this weekend too, because I don't know that it's the last time they played the Rams, but they played the Rams back in 2019. So I'm sure they've played since then. Now that I think about it, but
2021 they opened.
Yeah,
I think it was like the first. Was it the first game in SoFi Stadium? I think 2021,
something like that. Yeah,
it was a Sunday night. Yeah,
but 2019 that was the season after that Magic 2018 team, and I just remember like every time they'd win, like I'd have a decent week, and every time they'd lose, like some would go fucking terribly wrong in my life, and so the first week of the season they lose, and I break up with my girlfriend, and then they win the next week, and then they win the next week, and then they lose the next week, and like I get laid off from my job, and then like they win the next week, and they win the next week, and then like COVID is announced, and then they lose the next week, and my grandpa dies, and that was the week that they lost against the Rams. And I was like, dude, what is going on with this season? I was so glad when the 2019 season was over. That is for sure. At any rate, though, no, I have a very particular set of memories against the Rams because, the first game I ever went to at Soldier Field was against the Rams. It was that 2018 game where Aldo and I met up and tailgated together.
That's right.
And that was a great night. That was a loud stadium. I mean, I can't imagine it being louder than that. And they say it was louder than that this last weekend. And that's unreal to me. So
that was a great effing game. That was defense. That was Vic Fangio, man. He was
15-9, I think that was.
That was a Vic
6.
Fangio masterclass. 15-9. Yeah, one touchdown scored in the game. You know who scored it?
The defense?
Nope.
Oh gosh, I'm trying to remember. Oh, it was a return from.
Nope.
Wasn't it Tariq return? No, you're right.
Nope.
You're right.
Bradley
yeah. The Santa Claus play. The Santa Claus play.
Roy Robertson Harris was running a drag on that play, and he would have been open too.
Yeah.
That was in the end zone right in front of me. I have a great video of it somewhere that, oh man, it was awesome. But yeah, like I love Rams Bears games, especially at Soldier Field, because that's just it's great. It's bear weather. It's always bear weather when they play there, man. Always bear weather. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, thank God the schedule makers make it that way.
1985, the win against the Rams. That was pretty much 24-0. Just like then, you knew like there's nobody who's going to score on the Bears.
Was that the championship game, or was that the division?
It was a conference championship. Yep.
Yeah, that was the one where it started to snow during the interception.
Dieter Brock was the quarterback for the Rams.
Dieter Brock, Eric Dickerson. He gets stuffed by Singletary early in the game.
Didn't Dickerson like have two nasty fumbles in that game
fumbled
too?
Twice.
Yeah.
And the week before, he rushed for over 200 yards against the Dallas Cowboys.
Everybody thought he was going to run all over the Bears, and the Bears were like, "The fuck he is."
No.
Like I almost feel like that's how this Bears team is. Like Alex Smith is out there saying they're going to hang 50 on him, and the Bears are out there saying like the fuck they are.
I say we'll just hang 51. It's like
no, my hair can't take that. My hair can't take that.
Yes.
The media is doing a beatdown on the Bears defense. It has been for the last 2-3 weeks.
In Matthew Stafford's career, you want to know something real fun? You can look at his career record and all you want in cold weather games. You happen to know the most amount of points he scored in a cold weather game? We're talking below freezing, below 32 degrees. It's 23 points.
23, okay. Weekend.
It's going to be cold too this weekend, man.
If the Bears, he averages, I want to say like 18 points or something like that in cold weather games. Like, it seems like the Bears defense doesn't even have to do that great. The offense just has to score
Keep
enough
up.
points.
Yeah.
And I think they can. I mean, it could be reminiscent of the 49ers game earlier in the season where it's back and forth a little bit and whoever scores last wins.
The Rams defense, the last part of the season has not been playing well. So they started off very well.
They almost lost twice to the Panthers.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, if Sean McVay is calling up the LaFleur brothers, I mean, we should be calling up Dave Canales.
Right.
That's right. Hey, Dave.
Right?
Oh, I love that. I was when we did Daniken and I did the 30 minutes to start our broadcasting tonight. We talked about the defense, and I mentioned to Daniken that I really do believe that last half against the Packers, that the Bears defense looked like they haven't in weeks. Maybe even that was their best performance of the season. I'd have to think about it, but yeah. I'm hoping that they can take that momentum of how they played, because who was it? Tremaine Edmonds was asked what adjustments were done at halftime, and he goes, "Well, in playoff football, adjustments are important, but it was basically us. We all looked at each other and said, we don't want to go out this way. We don't want to," and they just played harder. Yes, Dennis Allen called some more blitzes, but they played harder. That was the key. And so if they can come into that game, play 4 quarters, just like the offense has to play 4 quarters of their optimum play, they should win this game easily. They should. They really should. But you got guys like Alex Smith saying the Rams are going to score 50. I don't think they'll score half of that. I really don't. I think this defense is going to come out, and thank God Kyler Gordon is back. I know he was picked on and got burned a little bit, but he got that game under his belt, and he is an outstanding cornerback. He's going to come up strong against the Rams. That's how I feel.
I'm so mad he dropped the pick.
TJ Edwards is a big leader on the field. May not have been playing his best, but he was the one that called the defensive plays.
But DeMarco Jackson,
DeMarco's good. I love
it's
DeMarco.
Really quick and fast, and knows Dennis Allen's defense because he's played for him before. So
it's just that TJ is such a big leader, not only on the field but in the locker room.
But I mean, he'll still be there. He'll still be there. You can't tear these guys away from this team right now. So he'll be there. He'll be in a boot probably, and he'll be on crutches on the sideline, firing these guys up still, saying, "Hey, DeMarco, get over here. Hey, this is, your zone assignment. You missed it here. You got to go there." He'll be right there doing all that stuff with them. Don't be surprised to see DeMarco Jackson wearing the green dot on his helmet too.
Yeah, because
he did it recently. Yeah.
Well, he did it in the second half after Edwards left.
Oh, he did have the green dot?
Yes,
I thought Edmonds did. Okay.
Brad Biggs wrote that it was Jackson that took over.
It was Jackson.
I mean, what was the system? The team played well with him there. There's no reason that they should miss a beat with TJ Edwards out. It sucks to say, but it's true. And now they're going to gain CJ Gardner-Johnson opposite Kyler Gordon. Like, they went from having no healthy corners to 5 legitimate corners on this team, and 2 of their top 5 are still injured. Like, this is insanity that they're so deep at the cornerback position all of a sudden. Like, I hate to say it, but CJ Gardner-Johnson might not make the team next year because they're still just that deep at that position. He might not get that return contract. He's just a stopgap. A hell of a stopgap he's been.
Yeah,
I won't be surprised this weekend to see a ton of dime packages out of the Bears in order to keep speedy guys on the field to cover the holes in the zones against guys like Puka Nacua. Because Puka, we've been talking all week, John. Puka could put up 300 yards on the Bears by himself.
Both those receivers on the Rams are really good. Devontae Adams, he's like a monster in the red zone.
Yeah.
So many red zone targets. And then Nakua's not super fast, He's not super fast. Neither's Adams. They just run great routes. They're always in the right spot.
But if you're fast, you can make up for the deficiencies.
They line up Puka in so many different spots. I think in that last game I saw him tight on the formation out wide. They had him in the backfield a couple times.
Well, if there's
Lining up
anything
in-
we've learned from
lining up in
watching
the
this
backfield.
team, don't line him up on CJ Gardner-Johnson. That guy
Yeah,
cannot play man coverage at
would
this
li-
point in his
I
career.
think this is where you put Nashawn Wright on him with the length, and just he's going to get so many targets from Stafford. I mean, Puka's good for like 10 targets a game. You get just have Nashawn Wright playing him. It's my ball too. I'm gonna take the pass.
You gotta go into a game like this, and you gotta understand that hey, these are dynamic players. These are guys that have a lot of things going for them. They play well together. They're comfortable with each other, and they have a dope quarterback out there that knows how to sling that dope, right? So at the same time, when you go into this game, you gotta go in knowing that you know what, I may get burnt a couple times. It's not going to be the end of the world though, because at the end of the day, football is about winning more plays than you lose. That's what you have to do. So if they can, just battle me and Aldo was talking about it at the beginning of this show. You look at Charles Tillman, he battled against Calvin Johnson and it went back and forth. He won some, but he lost some. But at the end of the day, he battled, and that's what kept the Bears in those games. And really that's why Calvin Johnson respected him so much too. So, that's the way the Bears have to look at it. Hey, we got to go in here and we got to battle with these guys. It doesn't matter if they're all pros. It doesn't matter if they're Super Bowl winners or they, put up 4,800 yards or 47 touchdowns. I don't care nothing about none of that. We're gonna go and we're gonna go battle, and that's what they have to do.
I really I can't wait for this to happen when the Bears win the Super Bowl this year. And some nerd comes at us and goes, "Well, actually, according to DVOA, the Bears are the worst Super Bowl."
Yeah, stick that crap up your, Fitz, you were going to say something. I saw you.
Yeah, I was just going to say that they're not going to shut these guys out. This isn't going to be a shutout. They're going to give up big plays. So the Bears give up big plays. It doesn't seem to bother them in the end. They're like, okay, that happened. Let's figure this out somewhere throughout the game. And I think whatever they do at halftime, because they always come out playing better at halftime.
The fourth quarter belongs to the Bears.
And I think it's just Dennis Allen puts a game plan together that he thinks will work. This should work. If you do this against them, finds out it doesn't because, we just don't have the best guys at these positions. And then he finds out they find ways to utilize what they're doing. Okay, this is what they've been doing to get at us. We'll come at them another way now and try it that way. And they just don't give up. It's just the team nature just to not give up in this. And the offense makes some plays, and then it puts doubt into your opponent and confidence in you. And next thing you know, you're lining up for a game-winning play when 2 quarters ago you were out of it. So I think it's going to be a close one. It's going to come down to the last 5 minutes. And Bears are going to give up plays on defense that you're going to go, oh my gosh, that's a 50-yard touchdown or something. But just hang in there. If they're within 2 scores in the fourth quarter, we got this.
You made me a little nervous there, Fitz, for some reason.
I hear what you're talking about. Get out to a good start. Get out to an early lead. Yeah. I'm all about that too, but it just never seems to happen.
Run the ball.
I know. You're right.
Run the ball. We got to run the
ball against the Packers. That was really disappointing. The way they couldn't run the ball. In fact, like the last 3 games, the Bears' run game has not been good. Lions, 18 carries for 65 yards, 3.6 yards an attempt. Versus the 49ers, they tried to run the ball more, 28 carries for 93 yards and a 3.3 average. And versus the Packers, exact same result as the 49ers, 28 for 93, a 3.3.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, we got to get better running the ball.
Yeah.
Yep, you're absolutely right, Tuch. And Ben Johnson was asked about the running game, and one of the reporters says, it hasn't been like it was earlier in the season. This was Ben Johnson's response.
Yeah, it feels like it's dipped a little bit. Not something that we certainly want. Certainly late in the season, we wanted that to pick up. Playoffs, weather games like this, you certainly want to be able to lean on your run game. So those are some elements we're looking at. What can we do to help ignite that? Is both efficient runs to stay on track and ahead of the chains, and also explosive runs as well. Where can we find a few of those? I'll say this: we got a really tough opponent in that regard. I think they do a really good job. I think the front is their strength. These guys at the line of scrimmage are really good football players. I think they shed blocks at an elite level. I think they are relentless. I think they're violent, really across the board. So I have a lot of respect for them, and we're going to have to be on our A game to be able to run it on this crew.
Yeah, we need a big game from Swift and Monangai, both of those guys. And I was worried that Monangai was perhaps, hitting that rookie wall because he hasn't been playing as well as he did like against the Bengals in the middle of the season. But I did see something in him against the Packers that I think he's going to get that second win against the Rams and hopefully have a nice 100-yard rushing game, and Swift the same kind of numbers. We'll see, though.
The other thing that's going to help the running game, I mean, the numbers that you talked about, 23 carries, 93 yards or whatever it was, a couple of games of those.
Mm-hmm.
The numbers are not horrible. I mean, the average is bad, but, you factor in sacks and you factor in all that stuff into those running plays as well, and it kind of drags that number down a little bit. The biggest thing to me for the running game to be well is you have to be consistent with it. You have to go to it. 23 carries in the entire game for the entire running back committee is not enough. You know what I mean? Especially in playoff football, in cold weather football, I need 30, 35 runs between the two running backs. You know what I mean? And then those numbers are going to creep up to 150, 170 yards, because at the end of the day, it's much easier to tackle somebody 20 times rather than tackle them 35 times. When you got Monangai running physical, when you got DeAndre Swift running physical, it's much different. It's much different at that point, right? So the Bears, number one, in my opinion, this is why I think they need to get out to a fast start and not fall behind to where now you just have to throw. No, we need to be in the game from the beginning. We need to establish the tempo, establish what the game plan is going to be, and then that way we can lean on the running game rather than using the running game sporadically to hopefully get 20 carries for the entire game.
Yeah, I'm with you there, man. By the way, Foster says Monangai averaged 6 yards per carry against Green Bay. I didn't realize it was that much. Pretty good.
I didn't either.
Their run game was just fine. The only reason it was only 23 carries is because they were down by 3 touchdowns early.
And that's what I'm doing. That's my point. You can't be down. That way you don't have to go away from the running game.
You don't have to go for it on 4th down 6 times, Danica.
And I was distraught. I was distraught when, I ain't gonna lie, when Ben went for it at the 30-yard line.
Yep.
I was
his own 32. Yep.
I was livid. I'm not gonna lie. I was upset. I was like,
you gotta punt it there.
Ben was a couple of different names in my head at that point in time.
Yeah, he didn't have a lot of faith in his defense the first half, man.
I had no problem with it, actually.
Tell us why.
At the 30?
With them going for it on 4th downs.
Yeah, it's like, do or die.
I remember back to the Lions game when he's going, we should have gone for it, because he knows he needs the possessions. It's like you needed touchdowns. You didn't need field goals. And second half is like, okay, well, we'll just put some – they were to kick 2 field goals. It was like we need to put some points on the board. But that first half, he was thinking, we got to get touchdowns. We can't keep giving the ball back to him, whether it's at the – on our side of the field or theirs. We got to just keep going. And so I didn't have as much problem with him doing that. So,
man, I wouldn't have a problem if you did that in the, at the end of the 3rd quarter or earlier part of the 4th quarter, but in the first half, that's no.
Yeah. And
then they immediately scored a touchdown. It was 21-3 at that point. I'm like, oh my God.
But, I'm like with Scrolls here. Not that I never second guess Ben Johnson, but for me, he's earned my trust, man. If he were to tell me, Aldo, in order for us to win, you need to watch the game outside without any clothes on, I would do it for that.
No, you just a degenerate and you want to do that anyway.
Danica knows me better than Tooch does. Good stuff. All right, guys. Little pop culture time, or want to talk some more football?
I got a few things for this game. Dome teams when the temperature's below 40 degrees, 1-15 in the playoffs.
Yes.
Great. Love it.
Okay, but are the Rams considered a dome team? Because it's technically not a dome, it's a canopy.
In Los Angeles.
It might as well be a dome team.
It's a track.
They're playing perfect weather.
72 sunny there every day anyway. You know,
well, because the dome isn't attached. You know, it's a separate entity. It's technically an open air stadium, like I say, with a canopy over the top of it. So
I'm still calling it.
Look, there's technicalities on everything in the NFL these days. I wonder if they consider the Rams a dome team or not. The smog counts as a dome.
Some sort of roof.
The Rams
Larry
are
says
12th
the smog
against the run.
counts as a dome.
That's good.
Oh, is that
the Rams are 12th against the run, allowing 110.8 yards per game on average, and they're averaging about 217 yards passing per game. So they've had a pretty good season. They're about the same as the 49ers, which is the 49ers stopped the run against us. You know, they shut it down. We just have to figure out something. I don't know whether teams have just figured out a running game this latter half of the season, but if we can run the ball, I think. I mean, Matt Stafford will definitely take chances to put the ball in harm's way. He's not afraid to throw it. He's not afraid to throw it into like double coverage. You know, he's a gunslinger. He's a smart player though too, and that's he'll find the open man when he has to.
By the way, yes, the Rams do practice outside. Today it was 80 degrees. Tomorrow's forecast is 80 degrees as well. And so Stafford was asked about that. You know, you guys are practicing in 80-degree weather. He said, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I've played in cold weather games. It doesn't matter. You can practice wherever and then go play in cold weather. It doesn't matter. And he wasn't convincing me when he said it didn't matter.
And then
what's he going to say?
There you go, Foster, are you sure you're correct on this one as opposed to the bad information you gave us before?
8 catches, 137 yards, 15 targets for Colston Loveland. Just
15 targets.
I mean, I'd like to say it was a breakout game, but he's been fantastic like the last 3 games. Just okay, we made a good first round pick, guys.
Yeah,
he's just unstoppable in that game.
And he's a good blocker too.
Yep.
And this guy is still only 21 years old.
Yeah.
Oh my
9 years from now, he's still going to be kick ass.
Yeah. It's crazy to think. Like, I've got employees that are 21 years old that I'm like, I don't trust you to like touch an item that's too hot right now. And this guy is going out.
We got to get Fitz out to your restaurant to
yes.
Go in.
We'll get him there one of these days. Yeah. Trust me.
But you can't know that he's there.
That's fair. Hey, we got other locations.
Because
I got.
I know if he shows up,
shave the beard and take the glasses off, dye the hair.
Because Zim will
do the Johnny Manziel disguise when he went to Las Vegas.
I got a game for you guys. Name this guy.
I already know. I can't.
Does Aldo, do you know who that is? Fitz?
The guy on the right? I don't think
the guy on the right.
Huh? I don't think so.
He was inducted into the Iowa Sports Hall of Fame this year.
Iowa Sports Hall of Fame
2025. Let me give you another clue here.
Is that a quarterback for Iowa? Huh?
It was a quarterback for the Bears.
The Bears?
Yep. Hometown Altoona, Iowa.
Look at that stash. Of course he was for the Bears.
Come on. Played for Purdue University.
Wait,
led his
is it
high school.
Kyle Orton?
It's Ortman. Yeah.
I thought he was going to Iowa. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he led Southeast Polk to another state championship as the
Kyle
quarterback. He's the quarterback's coach on Southeast Polk High School.
Oh, wow.
It's in Des Moines. Yeah.
Give him a call since he's close to where you live, and have him come on the show. We'd love to talk to him.
Kyle Orton.
It's Ortman, though.
Oh, I got to see if I can get him to sign my Rex Grossman hat.
Yeah,
Orton and Grossman on the same hat. That'd be amazing.
Mike North loved that guy. He defended him over Grossman a lot.
I'll tell you what, when they traded Kyle Orton and they picked up Jay Cutler, at first I didn't like the trade because I thought Orton was going to finally get there and develop, because he was playing winning football. I mean, he wasn't making mistakes.
10-5 as a rookie.
They won when he was in there.
Yeah.
Exactly. I wanted to see him develop, and Cutler had that kind of smug attitude when I would see him play with Denver. So I wasn't thrilled by it, but I learned to like Jay Cutler, even though he's still a douchebag. What else you got?
More playoff wins than never.
Let me see.
No neckbeard, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, no neckbeard, huh?
Mhm.
Keys to the game, man. To beat the Rams, you got to get Stafford off his spot. Run the ball, like you said. Feed Colston Loveland, and do something in the first half, Danikin.
Please, man. Please do something in the first half. Don't sleepwalk through the first 3 quarters of the game this time, please.
Yep.
Yeah.
Please, I'm begging.
Starting to get a little annoying. It's like, why am I even watching the first half?
And,
my point is, I didn't even want to talk about the game because it was
I think
why?
Theo Benedette was running a fly pattern, I think.
Did you see that?
Yes.
He
was flying too.
He ran.
He reached 16 miles an hour on that play.
Yep.
16.
What the hell? Yeah,
16, man.
That's going to be. I mean, Theo versus Jared Verse. I'm not excited about that matchup. To be honest, that's going to suck. I mean, losing Ozzie was huge. I mean, that injury too. They caught him. Kind of stepping backwards. In his back pedal. And unfortunately fell on his ankle and twisted his knee. But he didn't allow a lot of pressures in that game in Green Bay. I think he was our top-rated offensive lineman.
He was. I believe he had the second highest offensive rating on the team, if I remember correctly.
PFF.
Yeah. Jonah Jackson had some pancakes, man. He just flattened the guys a couple times. I saw.
Somebody asked earlier, do you think that Jonah Jackson's going to be able to help Bears coaches with giving some intel about what the Rams do?
Probably.
Oh, almost certainly.
Yeah.
The thing is, they just played a team that gave them a lot of insight on what the Rams do offensively. I mean, Matt LaFleur's straight off of the Sean McVay coaching tree.
Yeah.
They're best friends. They're the fucking mean girls of the NFL. I mean, those two are clicked up like nobody else's business. So, I mean, those guys have been chirping on the phone with each other all week. Did you see the press conference today? They asked Sean McVay, have you been in contact with Matt LaFleur? And he's like, I don't want to say, but we're besties. So, and you're like, oh my God, shut the fuck up.
My best friend.
Oh my God. It's just like, guys, this isn't fucking high school. You guys are just. Sean McVay is a very good coach, and Matt LaFleur appears to be a Nepo baby at this point. And we're just like, what is happening here?
That's funny. But the greatest advantage that the Bears have in knowing the Rams is Ben Johnson, because he said today at the press conference that he has studied Sean McVay's offense when he was at Detroit, because Jared Goff came from there. So they were trying to, help Goff become really good quarterback. Yeah. So they studied what McVay did with him. And I think I got the soundbite. It's loading up here in a second, so I'll play that for you. But here it comes. It's 50 seconds long, guys.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think my history has been obviously with Jared Goff, and Jared started with Sean, and so there was a lot of comfort that Jared had from his time with Sean that we looked to, accentuate there in Detroit, and so that was one of the pillars of our playbook were some of those concepts from LA, and also augmenting it with some of the stuff that I've been around, that Coach Campbell had been around, and the rest of the offensive staff. And so it's a marriage of a bunch of stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I've watched a ton of LA tape over the years, obviously when Jared was there, and then that's continued since Matthew's been there as well.
Ahead of that.
So there you go. I think, this is one of the intriguing things about this game is that you got probably two of the top three offensive geniuses in the NFL going against one another. It's going to be a chess match. It's going to be great to see that.
And then you throw in the other game was Seattle and San Francisco. I mean, just the coaching and the scheming going on with all four of these coaches, it's fantastic. It's a new era that football is in right now. Just I'm loving it, and so just no matter how Saturday turns out, just whatever the NFC Championship game is going to be, very intriguing.
Absolutely.
Who would you rather face in the NFC Championship, Niners or Seahawks?
Well, I know the Niners because they come to Soldier Field.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's
I don't trust Sam Darnold to make it to a Super Bowl.
That's the thing I was saying.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold will turn into a pumpkin.
But that defense they have, Seattle's defense is
tough,
the best
yep.
in the league. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good defense, but can a good defense make up for Sam Darnold? I mean, the Vikings have shown no.
Well, they put it to San Francisco on the last game of the year pretty well. That's the thing. It's like, their offense doesn't scare me like Detroit or anything like that. But if San Francisco can't score with the way they try to all the formations they have, I mean, can we score on them? So I would just like San Francisco because I want to host a NFC Championship game.
The Niners have better players than the Bears, but I think the Bears have a better scheme than the Niners. And I think that's why they were able to,
I mean,
well, that's why I think that game was so close.
Yeah.
Was because it was brains versus brawn in that game, and you're seeing who can do what with more.
The coach of the 49ers is better than the coach of the Seahawks, I think. The Niners played the Seahawks week 1 and week 18. So they split the series. The Niners won game 1 and the Seahawks won game in week 18, game 2. But yeah, the Niners have a lot of injuries. George Kittle's gone for the season. Their offensive line is really banged up. So yeah, we should be wanting to face the 49ers.
Yeah, but Seattle's going to win.
Yeah, I think
bank
so.
it.
Every time Mike Shanahan is in the playoffs, he makes it to at least the NFC Championship game.
Ooh, look at you. With the factoid.
I got a few.
They just played each other. What was that?
This is the final game.
Yeah, it was the week 18. It was what's the date on that? I don't have a date on
That was at San Francisco too.
Was it?
By the way,
I think it was in Seattle.
Was it was in Seattle?
I think so, yeah. But 13-3 win for the Seahawks. No, they were away. You're right. It was in San Francisco. The Niners won in Seattle week 1.
D. Darren says he thinks that the fans had a big effect on the game. Listen, I have been of the opinion, and I've debated people. I think fans can help teams win games. I remember getting into a big-time debate. I won't name the name, but if you're telling me that the fans with the noise that they make can't help a team, then you haven't been watching Seattle Seahawks when they had the 12th man thing going, and smart fans staying quiet when their offense has the ball. There's all sorts of things that fans can do to help change momentum in a game. I totally believe that game, Bears and Packers last Saturday night, was the victory was in part because what the fans did to really rock that place. Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's a good thing, right? But
yeah.
The Bears, once again, man, it's still indicative of who they are. You have to be able to give your fans something to cheer about, and they will go all out. The Bears fans are, they're hungry that's why that place is shaking. Like people were saying, Bears, Fitz, you said it. It's never been known to be a loud stadium, but for them to say that and talk about it, the fan base is starving for a winner. They're starving for success, and when the Bears are putting out that effort, then they're going to get behind that team. They get behind everybody that, you know what I mean? If the city ingratiates themselves to you or they like you, they will ride with you they will ride with you. You know what I mean? Look at how they embraced Dennis Rodman. Look how they embraced, I can just name several players where guys have come or got drafted, whatever. Even Caleb Williams. I mean, there was naysay about Caleb Williams. Oh, the nails. There was now those same people that were talking about his nails being painted are like laughing about it, and
Painting their nails.
they've forgotten all about it and just moved on. Like they move on, and when they know that you're a gamer that you can play, that's what they want to see. So the Bears once again, if they give them something to cheer for, man, they get that stadium rocking, and like you said, they could sway all types of stuff, and you never know. We run away with a game. You know what I mean? We never know.
Oh, I'd love that, man. I'd be stress free. Man, I wouldn't have to break out the distressed Aldo picture.
Look at that handsome guy.
Breaking news, though, Aldo.
I see that.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay.
Schefter is saying that they still got a ways to go to work on the deal, but apparently they've made an agreement. So now it's just making sure that they agree on the financials.
Can you imagine if he brings Roman with him and he has Dart and Scatabo like running headfirst into literal brick walls?
Yeah, how about that? Yeah.
Oh my God.
The Chargers just fired Greg Roman, right?
Yep.
That's right. He's available.
And he's John Harbaugh loves him, man. You
Yeah.
get John Harbaugh and Greg Roman out there, and I mean, you literally, oh my God, you feed these boys dirt and garden hose water. That's all you do. You give
a little thunder and lightning there.
And you just
and Tracy, but that was a devastating injury for Scatabo.
Jackson, Cam, here's what I need you boys to do. Your head is a bowling ball, the other team is pins. Have fun.
Feed them dirt. You ever reviewed dirt, Fitz?
Not since I was in grade school.
Dirt and water hose water.
Yeah, right.
Been a while. Playing keep away.
Hose water was good back in the day when we were
hose water was so
Hose water
refreshing.
was the best.
Out of the fire hydrants.
Yes, not as good as an RC, but pretty damn good.
Right.
Good stuff.
Jump man, Aldo.
Oh, I love that, man. I am shocked that Nike hasn't done something with Caleb because that's just classic.
They're figuring it out.
Yeah.
Caleb is very particular with his brand deals, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah.
He is very careful who he signs with. For instance, he has not signed with Panini, one of the largest card distributors out there. He signed exclusively with Topps, who is considered an inferior product in the football space right now.
But
I don't know exactly the reasons behind it. I'm not going to pretend like I know any of that. I just know he is very, very particular with his brand deals. So this might be a Caleb thing, not a Nike thing.
did Panini offer more money than Topps? Do you know that?
I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head.
Because sometimes guys will sign.
He signed with
an
Leaf as
inferior-
well. Now that I think about it,
Is that right? Sometimes players will go with.
This was collegiate. That's
like an inferior brand just because they want to help change the brand. It might be more rewarding for them.
Well,
That
and I do
competitive
think
thing.
that might be part of it.
Did you say he's signed to Nike? Is he signed to Nike? You said?
I don't think so.
I don't think
know.
he has any sort of clothing or shoe endorsements.
Footwear,
I wouldn't be surprised at some point if he ends up signing with Jordan because the whole throwing.
He
motion.
also might be holding out for a perfect
And
deal.
he retweeted that too. He retweeted the Jordan throwing motion, the Jumpman logo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He retweeted that earlier, so you never know.
So according to go ahead. Please go ahead.
The Jordan jump after the shot in Cleveland. Did you see that comparison to the throw?
No, I haven't seen that. No.
That was there's a
crazy.
I don't want to get ahead of myself, but that was a first round knockout. in Cleveland in 1989 that there was a very underrated Bulls team, and here's an underrated Bears team getting a first-round knockout on a throw. And I'm just saying, getting some comparisons there, but
a lot of similarities there.
Yeah,
I think Panini would make a really good name for a puppy dog.
Panini,
wouldn't it? A nice little pup. Panini would be a really great name.
I was going to buy my wife one of those robotic dogs because we lost our dog, and I said, "Yeah, I want another dog. I don't want to." And she started crying, so I was going to buy her a robotic dog, and she found out that I was. She's not for that whole idea. So
it's going to be wild when the technology catches up and they're like almost like a real dog.
We got a long way to go before that.
Yeah, I know.
I'm telling you, I've seen some pretty close ones already. So I got a screen
you're
grab.
not wearing your glasses, man.
What is that? That's probably true. But here it is. This is Caleb's endorsements. Wide variety.
Cool.
Nike, Dr. Pepper, PlayStation, Wendy's, Beats by Dre, United Airlines, Aloe Yoga, Celsius, Trolley, and Athletic Brewing. So I think that some of these may not be current. This is of course AI on Google, so they get shit wrong. But at one point or another, he has had agreements with those sponsors.
Athletic Brewing, what the hell's that?
I never heard of it.
It's a beer company. You've never seen it? They've got some decent and they got some decent NA products, as well as just some regular old beer. I see it in my grocery stores.
Is that like the beer name, or is it like a company above a bunch of brands?
No, the brand itself is Athletic Brewing. And they've got a few different beers. Just take a look next time you're in your beer section. You'll actually see it. It's more popular than you would think. They've got a couple of things.
Cannabis seltzers, now they're 5 milligrams. 5 CBD, 5 THC, 5 CBD now.
You're going to start slurring your words any second now.
I don't know. I want a 10, although 10 and 10. See what that's like.
Is that your second? Is that your first or second?
No, that was my last one. I got to stop at Fairway. Get some on my way home tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna do wings though, like Fitz. Get my
wings.
My air fryer game down. My friend wants to give me his Traeger smoker, so I don't know if he's come. Oh yeah, come by me. I'll throw some ribs in there.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, Dan Brown says endorsements in part brought down the 85 Bears. But you know what, Dan? I think it was more that Mike Ditka told players not to do endorsements, and then he ended up doing them.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And the players got really pissed off at him.
Yeah. I remember being upset about that.
He even did a video.
Yeah, he did his own dance video. Yeah,
like
Grabowski's or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was
Grabowski Shuffle.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Man, he would do anything for $1.
Did you guys watch that Super Bowl Shuffle documentary?
Yes.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it yet. Is it worth it?
I watched it. Yeah, it's good.
It's 45 minutes. It's an easy watch. Yep. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Get some good info on how it was made and some things I didn't know. Yeah, it's on HBO Max, right?
I recorded it, so I have it on my DVR.
This has been the most fun season ever, man. It's such a
It really has, man.
Since '85, I think I haven't had this much fun. That Lovey season where Hester ran the opening kickoff back was pretty fun.
It's funny because I was talking with my coworker about why this year is different from 2018. Like 2018 was magic. They really captured lightning in a bottle. It was a great season. It was so much fun. That team was so dominant for such a short run. And it's like, but this feels different. This feels better. Like why? And my reasoning for it, when I sit down and think of it, is that 2018 team, I think we all knew in the back of our heads was a fluke, right?
Yeah.
They were a team winning because of their defense with an offensive head coach.
Yeah.
Like there was an automatic disconnect, right? Like this is an offensive team winning because of their offense and their offensive minded head coach. Like their quarterback is the guy, and it's like undoubtedly true right now. They are not winning these games if Caleb Williams is not their quarterback.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference. It felt like that 2018 team could have won with anybody. they just, that defense was jacked up, man. It's like, you know, a meth head stealing a refrigerator. Nothing's going to stop this guy. He's going to get it on his shoulder. He's going to get on his bicycle and he's going to ride out of town.
And the coach is like that too.
That's it.
Yeah.
And this year it's just, yeah, man, this year it's.
Can I do a crazy comparison that I noticed?
Sure.
Between 2018 and this year. Okay. So they're playing in the wild card against the Eagles. And it's that final drive. Okay, it's a double doink game. Where did they get down to? It was a 42-yard field goal, I
43.
believe. It was. 40. So they're around the 25-yard line, 26.
On the right hash.
Where did Caleb throw his touchdown to DJ Moore in this game? Around the 25-yard line, wasn't it? I don't know. Again, it was like it's that same area. We score a touchdown.
Like I pointed out to you guys earlier, you know. Go ahead, though. I'll let you finish.
No, it was just the mindset of the offense at that time. They were going for a touchdown. They weren't going. They didn't want Cairo Santos to come out there to tie the game up. That was even with the, you know, it's a minute 43 left. They say, oh, that's too much time for, you know, Green Bay's going to score. They didn't care. We're getting that touchdown. Whereas 2018, they got to that 25-yard line, you know, 20 within Parkey's range, and they just ran 3 plays to set them up, and they lost. So there's to me the difference between 20.
Parkey should have never been in there. He should have been fired earlier in the season.
He should have been gone
missed
way
so many
earlier,
kicks.
yeah.
And the bad thing about it is when that was happening, I knew he was going to miss the field goal.
We all did.
I knew it. I didn't. I was
too.
like, yeah, it's over. You know what I mean? He's going to miss this, and he did.
You know what guaranteed that he was going to miss that too is the fact that he made the first one. You saw him make the first one, and you kind of went, "Oh shit!"
Yeah,
that's all he's got.
Hey guys, Alex said to Google Caleb hat and check that out.
Yeah,
that's sick.
Thursday.
You know,
I don't think
ordered
this is certified though. This is like, you know, they don't have his permission or anything.
Right.
I ordered 3 hats right after this game, man. I was so
did?
amped up. I bought one that just says FGB.
Nice.
I'm gonna
Very
wear that
nice.
one everywhere. I bought, and I got a couple more, but you guys will see me wear them as they start to arrive. I'll wear them throughout the season, but throughout the off season, I should say, and throughout the Super Bowl run.
Awesome.
But yeah, I'm excited for those. I mean, I got all hyped up. I was like, I got to support this team right now. I got to do it right now. So
there you go. Yeah, I was, you know, after they were 0-2, I said to myself, if this is another losing season, I promise I will never buy another Bears memorabilia, hat, shirt.
Yeah.
And so, of course, I've probably spent $1,000 on stuff since then.
Well, I told my wife I'm not buying another jersey, another quarterback jersey specifically, until he signs a second contract.
Yeah.
Because I've got a Fields and Trubisky jersey hanging in my closet that I'll never touch again.
I won this from Windy City Sports Cards.
But I'll also say, I feel like if he gets to a Super Bowl, he's basically automatically earned a second contract. So if I see the Bears in the Super Bowl, I will be buying one that's got a little, you know, Super Bowl badge right there on it.
Cool. Hey guys, I gotta run because I got another early morning tomorrow. So I assume you guys will stick around and talk a little pop culture. I'll be listening in as I change into my pajamas. Okay.
Aldo, did you get my song this week?
Oh yes,
yeah.
let's play.
We got to
let's
roll the
play
song.
that. Yeah, let's play that before I go, and then you guys can talk pop culture or whatever. But yeah,
Wonderful.
Nice job on this, Zim. Let's
Thank you.
play it. You know, I
the
try to
lyrics
do.
are fantastic.
They really are. They're
really great.
fantastic.
Yep.
I tried to visualize it, but it wasn't one of my better efforts, so I apologize, Zim. But here it comes.
The Northern Waste Company has failed, drowning in their own tears while they wail. In a world of what ifs and hope It's taking everything for them to cope. Wonder if it's the end or just starting to crack. It's hard to stay the bully when your victim fights back. A message was sent, they heard us loud and clear. The Bears are back on top, and we're staying here. So enjoy the ride, it's been a good time. If it ends right now, you can still be proud. So let's go, 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 go Bears, and let them know, no one compares. Give your all till the end of the season. Never give up, no matter the reason. Go, 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 go Bears. If you didn't know, now you know. It's Chicago. Icy weather, embracing the Iceman, leading the cardiac comebacks the way only he can. Warm weather boys think that they got this. They think it's so easy to kick and not miss. If they think that it's easy, they're in for some pain. They gotta face the icy terrain. So enjoy the ride. It's been a good time. It's been a good time. If it ends right now, you can still be proud. So let's go, 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 go Bears, and let them know, no one compares. Give your all to the end of the season. Never give up, no matter the reason. Go, 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 go Bears. If you didn't know, now you know. It's Chicago. Already said this year's a success. Knew it when we first heard that good, better, best. It's the end of an era. Thanks to the aura, the grass is really greener on the other side. These boys finally put an end to the chatter. And oh, by the way, fuck the Green Bay Packers. So enjoy the ride. So enjoy the ride. It's been a good time. If it ends right now, you can still be proud. So let's go, 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 go Bears, and let them know, no one compares. Give your all to the end of the season. Never give up, no matter the reason. Go, 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 go Bears. If you didn't know, now you know. It's Chicago. It's Chicago. It's Chicago. Hey, it's Chicago. Ooh, hey, it's Chicago.
Love it. Love it. Nice
Not
job.
bad, Zim. Zim doing his thing, man.
That's great.
Yeah, man.
Real good.
I figured for LA, we just needed some generic pop music.
Yeah.
So-
That's good.
Yeah, that's great.
Awesome.
Pop culture, or more Bears talk. Do we got questions in the chat room?
I didn't see too many popping up. I think we knocked a whole bunch of them out.
Yeah, we did. Let me see here. I just want to see if I had anything else.
Oh, Jack wanted to know if I played any of the gambling games at Huck Finn. No, I don't gamble, Jack. You know that.
I got a question for you guys though.
Yeah.
It goes along kind of like I know you mentioned it. I think Tooch, keys to the game, keys to this game, and
Yeah.
some of the keys to the game that I really feel like are going to play a big factor is big plays from these quarterbacks, right? And then the other couple of things is how the cold weather affects both offenses.
Yep.
Not necessarily the defenses, but how are the offenses going to, change how does it impact them? Then defensive matchups, how the defense does, and lastly is which team protects the ball better. Out of those four things that I just gave y'all, what do you think is the most important thing out there?
I think protecting the ball. That's my thing.
Yeah. And I think the Bears will do a better job because it's, they've been practicing in it. Reports came out today from Kevin Byard that they haven't been using heaters in the cold weather.
Yeah.
They've been practicing outside, not in the Walter Payton Center. They've been practicing outside without heaters all season long.
Aldo and Daniken talked about that, I think. Didn't
Okay.
you guys in the first
Yeah,
half?
although, yeah, we did talk about that, and it was even said that some of the players were not really enthusiastic about that.
Yeah.
They weren't happy
Weren't
with
happy.
that. But now, at this point in the week, they've changed their tune and like, no, yeah, we need to be practicing out here in this to
Right.
get used to the game. So
it's funny how in
everybody's kind of
August,
on board.
it's funny how in August the things that like kind of piss you off are the things that like, you know, end up making that difference in January. That like,
Mhm.
you know, I think we've all had it. You know, everybody in their life gets a new boss sooner or later, and yeah, sometimes you get a new boss and you're like, yeah, whatever. Run the mouth, talk the talk. You know, we'll see how it goes. But every once in a while, you get that one where they come in and you're like, all right, we'll do it your way. It's not going to work, but whatever, we're going to do it. And then like 6 months down the line, you're like, I am still doing it their way, and this is working really well. And you're just like, damn it. So
in my heart, I want the Bears to play a game like when they played Michael Vick and the Falcons, and Vick was kind of didn't want to play in the cold, and it was just obvious. And that's the game I want to see. I don't want to have any stress.
Yeah.
You know?
We'll see, but I don't count on it.
Right. That's going to be another nail.
I don't know, man. I know what I want to expect out of this game, but I also know, I mean, Matt Stafford is so good in garbage time, and this is as close as it gets to garbage time because you know they're not going to win the Super Bowl, but you know he's going to try to think that he can.
Yeah,
he's won one already.
Yeah, in the garbage time of his career.
50,000 yards. It's not all garbage.
No, but I would argue probably about 28,000 of it is.
More than half. Jeez.
Dude, did you ever watch some of those years he put up 5,000 yards in Detroit?
Yeah, he was throwing to Calvin.
Yep.
Yeah, he was throwing to Calvin down 35-12.
So, so you don't think he's the Dan Marino with a Super Bowl?
No.
No? Okay.
No, God, no. He's oh
Dan
my
Marino,
God,
that's
I can't
my
even
favorite
think of
quarterback of all
anybody to
time.
compare him to. Like, honestly, he's a unicorn. He's the only guy I can think of who's thrown up that many meaningless stats in his career. I mean, and the only times that he didn't throw up like all of these meaningless stats were when he didn't have a top 5 receiver in the NFL. Like,
from the Rams is going to see this and put it on the bulletin.
That's fine. Put it on the bulletin board, man. Let
gotta
Matt
go
Stafford
after
come after me. I'll tell you what, for $3 million, I'll shut my mouth, man. Okay. So, I don't know, man. I've never gotten it with Stafford. Like, he's a tough son of a bitch. He's as big a competitor as I've ever seen. I mean, all respect to the guy. He is a Hall of Very Gooder. Do not say Hall of Famer. He is a Hall of Very Good.
He's a Hall of Famer.
He'll make it for sure.
No, he's one of those guys who's going to be in the Hall of Fame, and everybody's going to go, yeah, Matt Stafford. And you're going to go, yeah. Like, isn't Bernie Kosar in the Hall of Fame?
No, Bernie's not in the Hall of Fame.
I know. Yeah, I'm just, you know what I mean, though.
He's not Bernie Kosar. Oh, come on. Man.
I had to pull something out of my ass. No, and I've said this on this show before. I feel that Matt Stafford's career is a microcosm of what he did in a single game, where like for 3 quarters, he was like good, but not good enough. And then he threw up all these stats where you're like, holy shit, Stafford put up 524 yards and 3 touchdowns today. And you're like,
can I ask you something?
What's that?
And I'm gonna get people gonna be upset with what I'm about to say, but
isn't that what
is
Caleb
that
just
not
did?
what Caleb does pretty much 7-8 games this year? Now
there is a difference.
They did win the games.
That is the difference.
They won.
That
they
is
won
the
some
difference.
games. They won some games, right? But at the same time, I mean, this guy is sleepwalking for 3 quarters essentially.
But all I'm saying is he sleepwalks through the 3 quarters. He puts up a bunch of stats. They still lose the game. Then he gets traded to another team after doing that for 11 seasons or something like that.
Yeah.
They win a Super Bowl.
But you gotta say, you gotta understand too that they won the Super Bowl. They had a complete team. In Detroit, he never had a run game.
He never had a complete team.
He never had a good defense out there.
But that furthers the point that I think that LA team could have won a Super Bowl with just about anybody who was competent at running the offense at quarterback. Jared Goff was too green in his career to be able to do it at that point in time. And now Matt Stafford's going to put the icing on the cake to my whole argument by winning an MVP in the garbage time of his career. Like, are we not in the fourth quarter of his career? Are we not at the end of this all where he sleptwalked through all of his time in Detroit, just putting up numbers that didn't mean anything? And now all of a sudden we're going to pretend he's a great quarterback because he has 2 top 10 receivers and had a team carry him through a Super Bowl. Like, look, I think he's very good, but I don't think he's Hall of Fame. And that is a hill that I'll die on. And I will genuinely be, I know I'm in the minority. I know everybody will talk me down from this one. And I understand it. I get it. I'm in the minority. I just don't see it, man. And maybe it's because I'm a Bears fan and I don't know what a Hall of Fame quarterback looks like. All right.
All right. There you That's I'm trying to. That's a good one. Thinking of a player that you think is just complete opposite of what everyone else thinks. You know, like obviously Matt Stafford is your guy because I don't see any question that he's going to the Hall of Fame, and I think I give him much more respect than you do. But I'm just trying to think of the guy for me. Give me another week because my mind is too dead right now to think of that. But that the guy that you would just die on the hill for to say they're bad or they're not as good as everybody thinks.
I can do this for Aaron Rodgers too if you guys want. So
there was a time I would have done that for Tom Brady. I thought he was a system quarterback. Like he was just in the right place at the right time.
I've got a great Aaron Rodgers stat for you. Tom Brady has won a playoff game more recently than Aaron Rodgers.
That's great. That's great.
That's real good. I like that.
That's a great one, man. I don't know if you guys saw, there's a picture of Aaron Rodgers sitting on the bench all dejected after losing that game this weekend. And they put it side by side with Ben Roethlisberger, like in the exact same position with the exact same look on his face, like 12 years ago. And you're just like, holy shit, they did it again.
All right.
Another Steelers fact, as long as we're on that one. Since 2017, the Bears have more playoff wins than the Steelers.
One.
That is one.
But they always make it.
And to back up what I said before, that maybe, this is just a fun one that I saw that I thought everybody here would appreciate. To back up that Caleb Williams is that dude, to get us back on Bears topics. From Nick the Bear fan on Twitter, or X. Caleb Williams is really the guy when your boomer uncles no longer say the words Tyson Bagent at family gatherings.
Yeah. Great.
Excellent.
Tyson Bagent.
God, I think I was the last one to bring up Bagent on the show. Oops,
man. For
I got out of it. I was set out, and I started out real good this season. I was like trolling people, saying that Bagent, if you think Caleb did good, you thought he put up 300. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think Bagent would do? I got a couple people too, but
that was on that Dallas game.
I ended up stopping. Yeah, I ended up stopping.
Yeah, that was after the Dallas game.
I should have kept it going.
After this,
you know what? I got one. I'm tweeting it tomorrow. Yeah, I'm tweeting it tomorrow.
Do it.
I'm tweeting it tomorrow. Yep.
After this, they forgot who Bagent was.
Have to get to the Green Bay 49. Williams chase, throws, and it's caught at the 30-yard line.
I am so glad that is the Bears-Packers 4th and 8 play we're going to see for the next 10 years. Because I'm so tired of the one we saw before.
Game. And he threw it up. It was a very low percentage play.
If he misses that, we're hoping that Cairo Santos gets another onside kick. that's what we're.
Yeah. With Aldo, I think I said that with Aldo. I was something like if you throw that pass 100 times, 99 times it's been incomplete or intercepted, possibly.
Yep.
I just love
and the one time that you needed it, it's like, man, it worked.
But that was not a Hail Mary, throw it up there, hope they catch it. He had Rome in his sights the whole way. That was going to him.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is the second time in this rivalry that a Bears-Packers game has come down to the fourth quarter, season on the line for one or both of the, actually for both teams, season on the line for both teams, fourth quarter, 4th and 8, and somebody had to convert a big play.
That play when Love was running around back there, I'm just like, no, he's running. Somebody get him. He had 10 seconds back there, more than that, maybe. I don't know how long.
What I can't get over is that he threw it between two of his receivers.
Yeah, he threw it in between two guys. And there was another play on that final drive for the Packers where Jaquan Brisker whacked Christian Watson.
Oh my God, that was a great play.
I think, was it Watson or Reed or someone?
It was Watson.
And
And all the Packers fans are like blaming Jordan Love for not putting it like an inch lower, or blaming Christian Watson for not extending both hands.
Brisker
and I'm like,
made a hell of a play there.
If he extends all the way for that ball, like Christian Watson might still be in the hospital. Like, Jaquan Brisker was screaming on that play. He made the right choice not to catch that ball for his health.
Famous 4th and 8 throw by Caleb Danikin. I think if Rashawn Gary doesn't crash down, he might get Caleb, make the play a lot more difficult. Caleb rolling to his left, but man, there's I don't know how many quarterbacks in this league could have made that throw. Maybe Mahomes.
It's not many. Yeah. It's not many.
Josh Allen. Yeah, not
There's
many.
Like I said, I mean, that's
one.
a low percentage.
We want to say one, obviously, but maybe 1 or 2 more. That's it, though.
Allen doesn't, as great as Allen is, he doesn't have, his body doesn't move like that. I mean, that's the thing. Is just the jumping ability, the twisting ability. That he doesn't. He's got other great,
and he's fast as hell, man. He's like, man, when he wants to, he turns the turbo on. He blasts.
Allen?
Away. No, Caleb.
Oh, Caleb's very fast. Yeah.
His speed surprised me this year.
They said he got bigger,
really
quicker,
stronger.
Year, everything faster this year.
We didn't see that last year. That he was
the biggest thing about Caleb, though, is like we talk about guys that can make throws, and you can see guys make a throw, but it's like they're trying.
Yeah,
his is a natural, like it's just a natural whip of the arm. It's a natural, you know what I mean? There's no extra effort that he's given. He's just able to make these throws. It's like Michael Vick. If you looked at Michael Vick, look at the highlight tape. The dude could sling the ball 70 yards without even trying. You know what I'm saying? And that's how Caleb is. It's not like he's putting extra, like, oh, let me throw this. You know what I mean? It's not like that. It's just a flick of the wrist, and he's putting it where it needs to be. Yeah, and I think that's the thing that stands out to me when you compare arm talent among people in the NFL. You know what I mean? Some guys just it's just a natural thing, man. It's just natural.
Yeah, you can't teach a lot of the things that he's got. You just
Yep. You know what they need, Danikin?
What's that?
People got to fill out that Caleb Williams apology form.
Yes.
That apology form. I need one for him. I need one for Poles. I need one for who else do we need one for?
Yeah, we need one for Poles.
I was thinking.
I think
about
DeAndre Swift needs one.
Swift,
Swift definitely needs
1,000 yards
one.
this
Yeah,
season.
Swift
that
needs
gets lost. He ran for 1,000 yards.
I was the only one on this show that said they already solved the problem.
I think Colston needs one too, because they were down on Colston at the beginning of the season too.
Ozzie Trapillo, maybe.
You guys want to fun side by side with Colston?
DJ Moore.
Yep, DJ too. Yep.
People are saying, Tyler Warren was better. Just for comparison's sake, this last weekend, Colston Lovin had 8 receptions for 137 yards, and Tyler Warren was in Cancun. So,
Yeah, Loveland. Warner was pretty good at the beginning of the season. Loveland blew him away at the end of the season.
And nothing on the Colts was good at the end of the season. They were.
Who'd have thought? It's almost like the 21-year-old coming off an injury needed some time to develop rather than the 25-year-old.
Yeah, Warren's still a good player, but I think.
Hey, I was mad at the pick when it happened too. So
if you're talking fantasy football next year, Loveland's probably a top 3 of tight ends.
Definitely,
with Brock Bowers and Trey McBride.
You guys think they keep Kmet another year?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah,
I do too. Yeah. I know he was a big cut candidate for a lot of people. So
he's not but see, Bears fans, and this is what irritates me about Bears fans. They tend to, we got one guy, we don't need 2. No, I need 2. I need 3. If I have one wide, it's like when DJ Moore was expendable now because we got Rome Odunze or we got Luther Burden, and it's like, no, we need weapons everywhere. Like everybody else has weapons everywhere. Why do we seem like we only need one tight end?
That
Since we got Colston Loveland, now we can just get Cole Kmet out of here. For what? Why?
Oh,
Why?
that 2-point conversion worked because they had 3 tight ends in the game and no wide receivers. So yeah, Ben loves the tight ends. Cole Kmet staying.
And Cole's contract is not terrible. It's not a bad contract. That's the other thing. It's not like we're paying him,
pretty team
$100
friendly.
million. Yeah, So it's like, man, just let him play. Let him play his contract now. Why can't we have, the Patriots had Gronk and the killer, and you know what I mean, Aaron Hernandez. But I mean, you got teams that have double tight ends all the time. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Well,
they draft, if they draft somebody, it's like, get rid of Swift, get rid of him.
Yeah.
we drafted a wide receiver, get rid of DJ Moore. We don't need him no more. Yeah, you do. You need weapons everywhere.
People get hurt.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, fellas, we'll just say we wrap it up. I'm getting a little tired. It's 11:30.
I got an early car ride tomorrow.
Yep. All right. Great show, fellas.
Y'all have a good one, man. Appreciate the chat.
Go
too.
Bears.
Bears 34-31.
All right.
Okay.
All right.